No, I was. I was always, it's always in the toilet. It's like I'm in the bathroom the whole time, every day. No. We've been having tea difficulties. And we had them yesterday, too, and they got completely out of control. Yes, I missed you. I really did. Oh, God, it's so at it. It ruined my whole day. Even pizza, Friday night. What's that? Oh, that's right. Say, what's today? Oh, even Sunday night pizza didn't even taste good. Fair. Hey, you know what? What did make me laugh, though, yesterday? Russell Wilson gave the Seattle Seahawks a deadline, right? He wasn't playing. Now they don't think Russ even wants to stay in Seattle anymore. So we got one speedster coming in that likes to key in the back. Well, most likely he'll be here soon. But you got one speedster and him coming in, Mr. Kyler Murray. And I figured we got to be bothered, but now we got two teams. We got to deal with high speed, very accurate quarterbacks, Russie and Kyler. Well, it looks like Russie might not be here. Russie might be there one more year. I suspect that they'll work out a deal. If Russell's smart, he goes ahead and he takes the franchise tag, which is going to pay a lot of money. And then, of course, he sounds like now, he says, listen, if I don't sign a long-term deal right now, you guys come horsing around with me again on April 15th. If you don't have anything ready for me, I'll never sign with you. Do you understand? Can you read my lips? I will never sign with you. So I'm laughing. Oh, Russie! He thinks he's going to New York. You're too short, Russ. They're not going to take you. The Giants said, we are, literally, you're too short. We like Giants. So anybody thinking the Giants are going to trade up with the 49ers, I keep arguing with people. I said, man, Raiders and Giants, neither team wants anything to do with each other. The Giants are probably afraid to call the 49ers. Business is business. People are like, business ain't business. Business has been bad with the 49ers and Giants ever since Parcells and Walsh. It's not going to improve. And the Raiders are just a bunch of a-holes. They do what they do to us on purpose. So if you think there's any deals coming between them two teams, it ain't going to happen. So that's why I'm laughing, because, like, it's getting pretty comical here what's going to happen next. Tiger Woods, I just mentioned that just because I don't believe it. Let's get into 49er football low. Oh, man. Cedric Thornton retires and rejoins the 49ers for reasons unknown. Cedric he's 30 years old, and for some reason he's coming back to football. I figure Thornton's, he's 30 years old. He's not old. He's serviceable. I guess, in a pinch he would do if he makes the team, but I can't imagine the 49ers cutting anybody. If Sheldon Day's releases, say, for instance, and they keep Cedric Thornton, I'm not going to be happy with that. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Thornton initially signed with the 49ers on July 25th, last year. He did NFL as an undrafted free agent with the Philadelphia Eagles in 2011. I guess Thornton must have, after he signed with the 49ers initially, says, nah, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and retire. Then all of a sudden, everybody does it too. You get tired of doing something, you get the fever, you break out, you go home, you relax, you do whatever you're going to do, and then when the time comes to return to whatever it is, I want to get back into it. So there he is. Cedric Thornton is coming back again. So, okay. Throughout his 7 seasons, just to show you why I'm not impressed with Cedric, is with the Eagles 2011 and 2015, Dallas Cowboys 2016, and Buffalo Bills 2017. Thornton appeared in 89 games with 48 starts, registered 278 tackles. He had 7.5 sacks. He is an interior lineman, though, so okay, I can't get mad. 6 passes defense, 4 fumble recoveries, and 2 forced fumbles. Okay. Greg Mabin made things official, signing his 1-year tender. Okay, so phase 1 of the, Greg Mabin, he must have been out looking around, though, because Greg's probably saying, I'm behind, let me count, I'm behind Akello, probably behind Tavius, and I'm probably also behind, for no doubt, Richard Sherman, and most likely Jason Verrett. So I need to go check and see if I can find another J.O.B. So, he's back anyway, just in case something happens. Phase 1 of the offseason program is underway, and it will last 2 weeks and consist of 8 4-hour days for the team. It is limited to strength and conditioning or a dead ball exercise only. Don't be doing nothing out there for the get hurt. Don't you do it. The team can specify the plan for 2 to 4 hours with a maximum of 90 minutes on the field with only the strength and conditioning staff. So it's Up 1, up 2. The remaining 2 hours can be used for weight training and other activities. Like sitting over there talking smack and carrying on and talking about what you didn't do last year. I mean, man, this year, man, I'm gonna set some goals for you so you can keep up so we can win. The workouts are strictly voluntary, but most of the players under contract are expected to be in attendance, and they are. And since the last time the team was assembled in January, a few things have changed, though. Some things we're going to watch for, fam, is this. Unofficially open the 2019 season. The free agent signings. There will be several new faces in the classroom this week as George Kittle puts it. First day of school, baby. And we got Dee Ford, Kwon Alexander, Jordan Matthews, Jason Verrett, Tevin Coleman. Tevin Coleman can probably teach part of the classes. Kyle wants to walk out the room. Tevin can say, yeah, all right, check out this. Put the O here, put the X, O, all right. What we want to do is we want to flush out this area right here. I'm going to come flying through here. They ain't going to know it because I'm a running back. Ball's going to come to me from Jimmy G. Jimmy, pay attention. Jimmy G's going to hit me right here in stride, and I'm going to take it to the house. Kyle walks back in. Tevin, thank you. Thank you. Sit down, please. Thank you. I mean, they're new teammates. Verrett is returning from a torn Achilles. He can pick the brain of fellow quarterback Richard Sherman, who has gone through the same painful process. Verrett has been rehabbing in SoCal during the offseason. And the 49ers are hoping he can return to the top caliber player he was when healthy. Can you imagine? Fam, think about that for a minute. People always say, we need some secondary help, but we won't need no help. If them two dudes can stay in this game, you know what? Miss a game or two in between, like game 1 and game 12 or 10 or 11. It's like, no, make it week 8. We should be like 8-1. Yeah, I'm going to be optimistic. If they can just be on the field the second half of the season into the playoffs, I tell you what, that will be a seriously stiff secondary. You know what? Later, for whatever's thought about Jimmy Ward, I have a feeling that him and Coleman are going to work that out. They're going to get that done. They will be better than people think. They got 2 guys who can tell them what to do, if nothing else. You got both Sherm and Verrett who know completely what they're doing. I think they can help that situation out a lot. John Lynch has revealed that Alexander would be around the facility for a few weeks prior to organized team activities, otherwise known as OTAs, working on rehabbing from a torn ACL. Lynch has already added that Alexander's return to the field will not be rushed as a plan for the linebackers long term. Hey, you know what? I got a feeling though, fam. If Kwon looks like he's not going to make it, because the other thing about Kwon long term, they're not going to put him out there unless he's absolutely ready and absolutely safe, because they're thinking about years to come from Kwon. They could go ahead and draft a kick-ass linebacker. They'd have to get him in round 2, though. That'd be the latest they could go. See, that's why some of the plans that are going on here with the 49ers are so hard to anticipate. We all think there's going to be a wide receiver in the second round. Some of us think there's going to be a trade down. I don't, because I think it's just absolutely ludicrous. Who are they going to trade down with? Okay, anyway, get into that later. But the thing is, you got to wonder what they do with that second round pick. New strength and conditioning staff. It's only on the first day of school for the players. It's also the first offseason program in Santa Clara for the new health and performance and strength conditioning people who are supposed to. They've been rehabbing players anyway. Jerrick McKinnon and Jimmy G have been working with them. The 49ers got rid of the old staff, brought in a new staff, as Kyle and John figured to go check with other professional sports like basketball and hockey to have a more cohesive unit between the two staffs to hopefully prevent the same issues in the future. Injuries like ACL and Achilles tears cannot be solely blamed on the S&C staffs, though, but they do affect players returning from soft tissue injuries. So Shanahan's hoping that the better communication and a cohesive program will prevent, or at least please expedite the return of players with those types of injuries, because they never come back. You notice how our guys leave and they never come back? I mean, come on, man. But anyway, Garoppolo and McKinnon, as I said, have been taking advantage of the program, and they're on track to return. Yeah, on time, too. All reports regarding Jimmy G and Jerrick McKinnon throughout the offseason have been positive. Both players have been at the facility during the time off, as I mentioned, working with medical and training staffs. They're both on schedule to be full go for training camp in July. Jimmy G will not participate in any 11-11 work through OTAs as a precautionary measure, but will be allowed to throw 7-on-7 starting in phase 3 of the program. Lynch and Shanahan and Jed York reported that Garoppolo has been practicing drops and throws to trainers and appears to be looking very razor sharp. McKinnon's participation during that same time is uncertain. His movement for running backs is a much early need than for quarterbacks. But he's still in there, you know. The problem is, if we have one, and we do, and some people don't think we do, Robbie Gould, man. 49ers use a franchise tag on Robbie. Bradley Pinion just told him good night. He's with the Bucs now, and long snapper Kyle Nelson will serve a 10-game suspension for the use of PEDs. We have a problem there, don't we? Oh, and time is getting down to the point where there may not be. Gould is not signed as franchise tender, will not attend OTAs as expected. Of course, if he's Robbie wants to stay in Chicago anyway. In the offseason, you can see right now, he's been very vocal on social media about his love for Chicago, where his family remained for the last 2 seasons for his time with the 49ers. Gould could sign prior to the start of the season and remain with the team, or he could hold out. Robbie could be doing all this just to make sure the 49ers know, listen, you guys got to let me go. You got to let me go. I'll be here another year. I'll do a good job as I usually do, but you got to let me go. I'm not signing this tag next year. So Robbie's going to get the $5 million this year and probably put himself up, save a little bit of it, and try to endure the entire season. The 49ers need to draft another kicker. John, you need to get another kicker, please. Meanwhile, we got long snapper Colin Holba, Justin Vogel to the team he's a punter, but still looking to add options through the draft or within the undrafted free agency. That's why I did not want to see the 49ers using a draft pick on anybody in this particular category. I didn't want to see them have to use a kicker. Man, I can tell you, this is bothering me, man. I'm trying not to think about it, but Tongan Man 78, what's up? Jeff Tan, you were celebrating hard on that Tiger Woods green jacket victory, missing it last night. I tell you, man, it's crazy. Tiger Woods is 2 away from the Golden Bear, man. That, even if you don't watch golf, that's kind of interesting because Tiger brought a whole new attitude to golf, Far side, happy first day of workouts. And James Anderson's, what's up? What's up, James? Daniel Andre, Monday Night Raw. You know what that means? So there's Big Show hanging around here because, me and Big Show like to get into it on Monday nights, boy. We have a no-holds-barred situation coming up with that, boy. You better not come in here messing with me, boy. Jim Thornton, what's up? William Irvis, what Russell Wilson's going to do, y'all. If Russell Wilson leaves, the NFC West is wide open for Niners, baby. It will anyway if he stays. I know it. Well, I'm going to say, man, the 49ers, people don't realize the potency of this team if they just stay upright. Really? It should have been an 8-8 team last year easily. So we're due to go to 10. And Jim Thornton should give us Tuesday night SmackDown this week. See, even if I don't, it's definitely going to be more than one night this week, all right? 2 nights, because we do Friday anyway. There's going to be another night, too, I promise. Promise. Because I love to hang out with the fam. Yeah. CT9, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Ronbo Show proudly presents to you the heavyweight champion of the world, the Road Dog. Don't make me act crazy, man, because you know I love to act crazy. You read the rest is too much. I'll go by the name of Road Dog, though. Fresh Rider says, shot me and Tiger Woods out. Fresh Rider, it's crazy, man. San Francisco says this year's NFL draft will be very interesting. I can't wait to read everyone's gripes when their favorite players' names are not called out. Hashtag weed out. Will Hernandez, what's up, fam? And Guccini JD, question, Williams, if he stays at the number 2 spot, we need Hakeem Butler. Why do we need another body on the inside? I keep thinking about things. I'm trying to think of things rationally now. Why would the 49ers pull Quentin Williams? We got 13 or 14 guys in that spot now. So if anything, I could see him picking up 2 back-to-back outside linebackers this year. Anyway, Red Gold says A.J. Brown would be nice in a second. Ooh. Fam, I got to tell you, A.J. Brown, trade back up and get that boy. And the more I think about it, the more I think A.J. Brown is the man. He's right now running with Jerry Rice up and down hills. Now, I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because wasn't Antonio Brown running up and down the hills with Jerry Rice for a while? Jerry Rice be running them hills, don't he? Anytime you want to run up a hill, just call Jerry up. I don't care what time it is. Jerry, man. Yeah. You going to run the hills? Nah, I know. I don't know why I even ask. What time? You know, and there he goes. Boy, Jerry's serious about them hills. He's got AJ running. I bet he's got AJ's tongue hanging out and everything. Frank Lopez Jr. Niners stand up. 408 East San Jose. Hey, in here, salute. Bam. Man. Eric Sanchez. Thank you, Eric. He says, today is my just turned 3 daughter. B-Day. Can you sing her not a happy birthday, please? Every time I'm watching you, she says, Robert, Dad, she knows you. Her name is Erica. She's just 3, too. How could she know anybody more other than Dad and Mom? Erica. Happy boo-boo, happy Niners birthday to Erica. Happy Niner birthday to Erica. Happy birthday to Erica. Erica! Make sure Dad gives you all the goodies you want today, all right? And make sure to wear red and gold. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, we're ready. Fam, I got to tell you right now, anything you want to talk about, anticipation of what's coming up next year, draft, anything you want to do, everything's a go today. We get on Dre. Hey, Dre!
What's up, man?
Oh, Dre, man, I'm just hanging back here, man. I've been looking down through the arguments for the last few days and trade down what's going on and people talking about
a lot
Mickey
going
B
on.
Yeah.
No, man. Man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I've been watching, full games, not just highlight reels. You can get a few things from highlight reels, but man, you got to watch full games and
to appreciate some
look
player.
at it, man.
True.
Them SEC monsters, man. Look, Quentin Williams. I'm gonna say this right now. Quentin Williams is the next Aaron Donald. I mean, there was games, the LSU game, the Florida game, the Ole Miss game. I mean, this dude single-handedly took over. And you talking about somebody who you want to go get a sack or get a turnover at crucial point times when it's 3rd and 7 and it's the fourth quarter with 2 or 3 minutes left. Yeah. That boy Allen was that guy, man. And do you know that he got 17 sacks and he only blitzed? He was only pass rushing 50% of his snaps. He only passed rushed 50% of his snaps and got 17 sacks, man. The rest of the time he was dropping back in zone coverage, man, covering tight ends and slot wide receivers, man. So dude is mad versatile. When I watch Nick Bosa, man, and some of them big games, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, them boys like that, LSU, dude disappeared, man. He had 2 big games in 2017. You know who that was? USC. That? He had a big game against USC and against old boy Baker Mayfield in Oklahoma. The rest of the season, man, and because he had 3 sacks in the USC game, he had 4 sacks against Baker Mayfield in one game. Then he had 1.5 sacks for the rest of the fucking season. Man,
which year?
And all of that.
Which year are you talking about?
Man, I'm 2017.
Because he didn't play last year.
The year where he played the whole year. No, he didn't play last. He only played 3 games. I mean, when it came to big name schools like them SEC boys, playing against the big name schools who produce good offensive linemen, man, I didn't see that motor the whole game, man. I just didn't see it.
Funny. Somebody mentioned that SC game to me last week. I went and watched the SC game.
Yeah.
What year was that? He was having his way in that game. So I'm not sure. Maybe I watched the game from 2016.
He had 3 sacks in that game. That was 2017 when they had what's the last quarterback that came out of there? Was it Darnold? Was it Sam Darnold?
You're talking about SC, right?
Yeah, USC. Yeah, that's you know, that was the two big games. The two big games that they had that year was against Oklahoma, against USC. They couldn't figure out how to block that boy. Then he had a pretty good game against Stanford. He had a half a sack, and then he had a yeah. But I mean, other than that, man, I just against the big Power 5 schools, you know, the LSU's, the Mississippi State, you know, them big corn-fed boys. I just didn't see it, bro. I'm not on the Nick Bosa. I'm not on the Nick Bosa train no more, man. And also we don't need no divisiveness in our locker room, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point, though.
You know, we don't need players. You know what I'm saying? Especially Joe Staley. You know, he the heartbeat of our team. He's the leader of our team, man. Him and Colin Kaepernick had a real good relationship. So you calling Cap a clown, and you know you a MAGA supporter and all of this whole other shit, and then you doing anything you possibly can do to go out of your way, you know what I'm saying, to talk about people in black culture, man. We just don't need that in our locker room, bro. We don't need Antifa showing up to Levi Stadium talking about Nick Bosa's ass. I mean, it just ain't worth it. We don't need no more negative press, and we need somebody that's gonna come in the locker room, you know what I'm saying, and mesh well with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You can have your beliefs, but don't delete the tweets now, bro. Don't do it now because I might end up in San Francisco. Man, I just don't respect that, bro. I just don't respect that, man. And like I said, bro, when you look at the game film, not just fucking highlights, man, this dude was not the motor like Quentin Williams or Josh Allen, bro. Yeah, I mean, against SEC schools, man. You know what I'm saying? Them SEC boys, man, they playing them big boys every week in and week out. You know what I mean? And you know, I just didn't see it. You know what I mean? But as far as technician, oh yeah, he's a technician. You know what I'm saying? He's a tactician on the line. He has different various moves that he can use to get to the quarterback. But at the end of the day, man, I want domination. You know what I'm saying? And I trust the SEC before I will the Ohio State boy anyways. And like I said, it's not just about on the field. It's about off the field. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no negative press, bro. We don't need it. We don't need to be going into a good run and then all of a sudden you feel like getting Twitter fingers and say some dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? And then we get negative press and that takes away from the game and what we're doing on the field.
I just want to say one thing about that though. That was 2 years ago. I doubt Nick is that dumb. I mean, you don't. He's worried now about having to make sure people don't think he's a racist or something like that. I mean, because you know, you figure. Okay, I just want to say he's surrounded about black players all the time. I doubt he's a racist. He may have his opinions about certain things.
No. Let me say this straight off the bat. I didn't say that. I don't know Nick Bosa, so I will never say that he's racist. But from some of the shit that I seen, you know what I'm saying, some of these tweets and the articles that I read, you know what I'm saying, that's just not a good look, bro. And we don't need, you know what I'm saying, you coming into the locker room and cats just looking upside you out your head, like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, can I really trust you on the field? Like, is this really who you are?
Now, see, that would be when it comes to football, I think that's something that can't be questioned. I doubt very seriously whether Nick's going to bring any of his political views on the field. I'm
just saying though, bro. I mean, you know, when you, man, look, I don't want nobody looking upside this dude's head. You know what I'm saying? And saying, can I really trust this dude? Or you know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with him, but I'm going to play with him. We just don't need that in our locker room. We need everybody to be together. And Robbie Gould, he good as gold. He can be good as gone. If you talk about Chicago, get your ass out of here and stay the fuck in Chicago. Let's sign Gostowski. Well, we don't need nobody in the locker room that's talking about Chicago.
He's already signed.
He's a 49er, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's already signed. Gostowski's already signed.
Yeah, man.
The Patriots.
Well, get his ass up out of there if you don't want to be a Niner. You know what I mean? We need everybody. We need everybody all the way in. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no divisiveness. We don't need no negative coverage. You know what I'm saying? We need everybody to come into the locker room and be locked in and be together as a team. You know what I mean? And like I said, I was stuck on looking at his highlights. So the last couple of weeks I just been on highlights. I sat down and watched 3 games. Then I watched 3 games from Josh Allen. Then I watched 3 games from Quentin Williams. And when you look at the tape, man, I mean, it was just single-handedly, man, they beat Josh Allen and Quentin Williams, man. They just took games over. Yeah. I mean, literally took games over single-handedly.
And as I say, the 49ers, it's who they don't talk about who's on probably on their mind. They haven't talked about. They talked about Williams, and they talked about all three of these guys when they were talking to him, but not another word after that. So you know what? It's probably all in there. And at the end of the day, it's probably going to be the guy that, just like you're saying, who, if they make that judgment call as to whether the guy's going to come in and disturb the locker room or anything like that, they'll go away from it if they think that way. We'll see, though, Dre.
But I mean, we'd probably end up. They'd probably go with Bosa. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going off of what I seen. Not just off of highlights, but off of films and watching the tape and looking at his tendencies and looking at what he did as the game went on. You know what I mean? And he just didn't have an impact like Josh Allen or Quentin Williams when I looked at the tape. You know what I'm saying? So, but I wouldn't be mad if we got Bosa, but I'm just saying I'm kind of off the Bosa train, man. Well, I'm open-minded now.
Okay.
But
Dre, we got to go.
But shout out to all of the Niners, man.
Yeah. Appreciate you, fam. All right. I'll be back before Friday, too. I'll see you then, okay?
All right, for sure, man. I miss you this week. Yeah, make sure you come back,
I was having trouble just there. I missed y'all, too. You know what I'm saying? All right, Dre.
All
Have a good night, fam.
All right. Peace.
Yeah. Nikki, you really dug yourself a hole this time. Hey, Alonzo Westbrook. Hey, this is my brother. I was looking forward to Smooth Operator James' mock draft yesterday, but sports must move on. I know we had some problem with that too. But anyway, Serge G, what up? Quentin Hunter, hey, glad you're back. Keep up the good work, fam. Thank you, Quentin. Thank you. Tonkin Man 78, we go. Fresh Writer, what's up? Jordan Kelly says, do you think Josh Allen is still on the table to be picked at number 2? Very much so. At one point, it seemed like the 49ers thought he was good, but didn't think he was good enough to take it number 2. But the Jets are willing to take him at number 3. Of course, the Jets are in a situation now where, since Anthony Barr went running back to his daddy, Mike Zimmerman, man, I don't know what he did. He went over to the side with the Jets and everything. It's just, guys, I can't stay. What? I'm going back to Minnie. What? I just got to tell you the truth. I don't want to stay here. I got to go back to Minnie. So he went. So he's back in Minnesota, and there's a Jet sitting there. Well, what are you going to do outside now? So if Josh is available, if Dick is available, they are going to New York. Whoever we don't take. And the trade down, I'm still absolutely. I look down to the draft order, and I'm trying to understand where in the world are the 49ers going to trade him. The Jets don't want a quarterback, and they're certainly not going to move up one spot for whoever. And the Raiders, even so, the Raiders aren't going to deal with the 49ers. And after the Raiders, we got Tampa Bay in there somewhere. Tampa Bay is going to go for Devin White. They got to replace Kwon. After that, the Giants, there's all the quarterbacks you want right there. Because they're not even interested in Kyler Murray. They got Drew Lock, and they've also got Haskins. What else do they need? They're not going to trade up for what? Give up no draft picks for nothing? And then after that, who cares? You want to trade down to 7, 8, and 9? And well, then you can get certain players. But to those people down at 7, 8, 9, are they really? What are they trading up for? I'm just saying. What are they trading up for? What? Sachs Montgomery, get Russell Wilson's trainer. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? How is Russell Wilson never hurt? And that boy sets records every year for getting sacked. But Russ does know how to take a hit. I heard the dude, if you touch him, he feels like a rock. Sachs Montgomery, get Russell. Oh, I'm sorry. Ray Jr., what's up? Mr. Pigtail, we don't need a linebacker in the second round. Just plug Elijah Lee in the mix until Kwon is ready. He didn't play bad last year. Mr. Pigtail, I'm glad you said that because you know what? For some reason, I listen to others when they say Elijah Lee is only good for backup. I thought he did a good job, too. If we don't get a linebacker, it's cool with me as well. But I've been thinking like the masses, and everybody they think Elijah Lee is so. I thought he did a damn good job. I don't always trust my own feeling on these kind of things. But aren't we right? Did Elijah Lee look that bad to you? I thought he looked damn good on a few occasions. He's quick. He gets the ball quickly. Not bad in coverage. I like him. In fact, if it was up to me, They're talking about putting Malcolm Smith over to Sam. Damn that. I'll put Elijah Lee over there in a heartbeat. If I ain't got a choice between him and Malcolm, oh, no. Hey, Will, come on in. Oh, Will, man, I'm just sitting back here, and Dre just gave me an earful, and I'm wondering about the second-round pick, and you know what I'm saying? It's like we got – as a matter of fact, you may run into Jason Verrett. He's down in L.A. training. Well, is he back? I think he's back at camp now, though. Okay. So, but what's happening, fam?
Oh, no more, man. I was just giving a shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Appreciate what you do, man.
Yeah,
I already know what it is. But yeah, man, I agree with Dre, man. You know what I'm saying? From a political standpoint about his tweets, man. Everybody's where has an opinion on certain stuff. You know, doing politics, religion. Like I said last time about this, so man, if that's how you really feel, man, me personally, we really don't, to me, as a person, and to him as a man, I probably want to respect him because of that. You don't talk about, people from different, races, man. That's wrong off the top anyway. You gotta respect everybody as equal, man. Whether you're white, black, Latino, you gotta respect everybody, man. And if he really stands on that, then me, I want to respect him, as a man. But as a player, though, man, the dude is good, man. The dude is good, man. All this dude have to do, man, is go in and just play football and leave all that other stuff out in the atmosphere. Don't bring it into the locker room, man. Just come in, man, just play football, bro. I know 2 years ago about all that stuff, but
I just want to ask you one thing now. What if the 49ers went ahead and picked him up? First thing he does is come in the locker room and say, hey, guys, first of all, can I take all you guys to dinner? I want to talk to you and get some things cleared up. What if he manned up on that and says things like, you know what? I can't be a jerk at times, and at that time I was really a jerk. I was just a kid, okay? Honestly, I love all you guys like my brothers already. We're all in the same locker room. I don't know if you believe me yet or not, but once we get together out on that field, I'll prove to you there is absolutely no inequality between you and I. What if he came out there and did that? Could you accept him then?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That would be a big plus. That's what you do. When men have issues, man, it's important to sit down and talk about it, whether they're doing the opposite, which is violence. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If there's a problem between two men, sit down and talk about it so you can come with a resolution. That's what real men do. So if Nick Bosa comes in and do that, I would respect him 100% because y'all get together and y'all conversate about the elephant in the room. Y'all get that out the way and then go out and play football.
That's got to be subject number one. Man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And also, go ahead.
Will?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no.
Remember?
Oh, yeah, and I can hear you now. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I grew up in Salinas, California. We had guys like that on our team. They're not really vicious. They got their opinions, but some of the biggest corn-fed white boys that I knew had my back on so many different occasions, and they talked the same way when we, all the time. But it's not a hatred as much as it is just a difference in thinking. I figured that out a long time ago.
Right.
I think people are misconstruing it a little bit. Nick Bosa's not a KKK member or anything like that. I think on the field of play, he's going to be a warrior that's going to stand by all his guys. It's his political opinions and beliefs. I really think I've seen this. I've known this kind of guy before. They are separate from what they do on the field.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true, man. But, at the end of the day, man, it's all about football. As long as you go out there, man, to show out and turn up, man, that's fine with me because I won't do it. But I know I got a little time left. Let's just go ahead and talk about 49ers football, man. Right quick before I get off, man. Yeah, man. But man, look, man. like I said, man, Nick Bosa only played 3 games last year, man, but man had 4 sacks. He had about, eight solo. I believe he had, 16 tackles, 8 solos. You know what I'm saying? A couple forced fumbles, man. In 3 games now. 3 games. Come on, man. Come on. That's more than I know that's a little small sample size, but that's a pretty big number, man, for 3 games. Come on, man. I mean, y'all gotta understand, man. We got enough D linemen, man. It's the other side of the line, though. The other side of the line of the edge, man, is what we lacking, man. We got Dee Ford and Buck on the other side, man. I like I said, man, you don't want to have Armstead and Buck on the other side, man, because they gonna kill us every time on the side. Try to tell y'all. I'm telling y'all, man, we need walls closing in on the quarterback because the middle's gonna take care of itself. So the guys we got. Yeah. If you go ahead and get Bosa, man, and close in, close the walls in with Dee Ford, man, ain't gonna have nowhere to go. No quarterback will ever run out the pocket. No quarterback will ever be safe. That's what I'm saying, man. Y'all gotta go ahead and understand that, man.
Well, Bill, you get a little echo going. You on your speakerphone?
No, I'm on my headphone set.
Oh, okay. It's better now, though. All right. Bill, I interrupt you there. Give you another 1 minute. We got to pull up, but go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, man, on the other side, man, we need Bosa, man, because him and Ford, man, will close both sides, you know, of the line, man, because the interior line, like I said, is going to take care of itself inside. If you go ahead and get Bosa, man, with Dee Ford, the outside will close in on quarterbacks. These quarterbacks will make dumb decisions. They will never get out the pocket, man. I mean, it's a trap. I mean, running that 9 wide too, it's a trap. No quarterback will ever get out the pocket if you go ahead and just get the edge on the other side. I mean, it's the missing piece of the defense, man. You know, you got Verrett out there, which I believe that Verrett is going to be healthy this year. I believe he's going to be full go all season. If he does that, man, it's going to be hard for quarterbacks to throw on us because you got Verrett who's a lockdown and you got Sherman who's a lockdown, man. Kwon's going to be a beast, man. Kwon going to go out there and he's going to ball out, man. I mean, John Lynch and Kyle is making the right decision, but they just, but this year is no excuses, man. This is
gotta win.
And I know a lot of social media, outside media, news reporters. Everybody's saying 49ers is okay. They go 8-8, 9-6.
I know. I love that.
That's not good. That's not good for me.
Me neither. That's not acceptable.
That's not good for me. That's not if the 49ers go 9-7. John Lynch should be on the hot seat. If the 49ers go 8-8, John Lynch should be on the hot seat.
You know what?
49ers should be 10 to 11 wins. That's what they need to be at right now.
I agree. We gotta stop though. Will tell you what, man. I'm gonna be back. Finish this up 2 more times this week. I'll be looking for you too.
All right, man. Shout out to the Empire. You know what it is. Oh yeah, one more thing, man. To all y'all teams that want to trade the number 2 pick in this 2019 draft, I'm going to tell y'all something, man. All y'all teams out there, man, I know some of y'all fans on some of these other teams in here, too. I'm telling y'all right now, y'all want this number 2 pick, man, y'all better give us a draft pick, and I want a big-time player. We want a big name. We don't want no small name. We want a big name. We want your best player. Put it like that.
Yes.
So, but you know what it is,
and next year's first-round pick. All right, fam.
Right. We want your best player. The Denver want number 2. We want Von Miller, damn it.
I will. I'll see you Thursday at the latest. All right, fam.
All right, man. All right, fuck Rudy, fuck the Rounds, and they lost football in their broke. All right, mama.
I will.
All right.
And hey, what's Eric Sanchez? My daughter can say sentences real talk. Every time she looks, he says Ronbo. Hey, all right. I love it. Ray Jr., what's up? San Francisco's Kyler Murray will find his way to Seattle. Don't ask me how. Seems like he'd fit them more. Oh, he'd fit them excellently. But Seattle's got what, number 20-something pick? Will the Cardinals go for that? Because the Cardinals ain't going to give up Kyler Murray for free. Because if anybody makes any attempt, even if the Cardinals don't get a call, they ain't giving up a Kyler Murray. And if you want Kyler Murray, Seattle would have to go up to, they'd have to give up the farm. Coming from where they're coming from, what are they, 29, 28, 27, something like that? Ooh. Cards gonna say, look, you got us going first of all down to the basement of the first round. You're gonna have to give us this next year, this, and we know Russell Wilson wants to leave, and y'all need this. Give me 2 more of them and another one of them too. See, yeah, Kyler Murray never ain't no way. Ain't no way. I want to see it though. I really do. Cali style. N'Keal Harry should be the pick in the second round if A.J. Brown has already gone. That's my 2 guys too, man. I'll take N'Keal. All right, Reed. Hey, Linwood. Linwood.
What's up, Mr. Ronbo?
Linwood, man, everything is up, man. We're sitting there because first day of camp is kind of quiet. Everybody's in there lifting weights and talking about. Hey, man, you know what? This year, man, I got plans on running for at least 15 TDs. But you play linebacker. How you going to run for 15 TDs? Oh, no, but I'm going to get it done.
Yeah.
I love to sit there and listen to conversations with them dudes, man. Because muscle makes you act stupid, man. But then what? I know you got lots of muscles. You're always talking crazy. What are you thinking tonight?
Oh, man, I just missed your show for the last couple weeks. I caught up on them all,
hey,
but
that's right.
work keeps
we
me.
did miss you. Yeah.
Yeah, I caught up on them all, and I was like listening to the mayhem and the madness, and I was like a lot of good points here and there, and a lot of fan base. I love it all because it's good commentary, and it's a good show, man. So I think Mel Kipper's stalking me, Rombo.
Was he's taking all your picks?
No, he's jumped into the Ronbo show because that's the only show I go on to, and he's like listening to me, and he's like, he picked his 3 picks for the San Francisco 49ers, and I've been the only person that I can recall picking a certain wide receiver for us, and then here he goes, his 3 dream picks, and 2 of the 3 were the 3 picks that I picked for us. I'm not a Bosa fan. You already know that.
Oh, yeah.
I've been against Bosa from day one.
Yeah, I know.
I want Josh Allen or trade the hell back.
Mm.
But it was funny.
What are the 3 picks? I'm curious is what you and Mel have in common here.
Well, the other 2 were, and you could go back in the archives, Ronbo, and excuse me, MC9, Ronbo. Anyone has been the only one to pick J.J. Whiteside and to be the wide receiver second round. And I'm gone.
Second Whiteside.
J.J. Whiteside.
Dude,
I've been the only one that's been arbitrating for him. And Mel Kipper picked him to go today, second round for us, because Stanford product, 6'3", 225 pounds, 14 touchdowns last year.
Wait.
Red zone
You just
threat.
made a pick. DeMille! There you go. Another person that likes Stanford products. DeMille is crazy about Stanford products. So, so there you go. You got an ally.
I'm not crazy about the Stanford. I'm just the tendencies of the 49ers, but I like the guy. He comes from a basketball background. His parents were pro basketball players. Yeah, his parents were basketball pro players. He boxes the little corners out and goes up for the fucking over-the-top pass. Jimmy G can do an alley-oop in the end zone. I love that. That's what we need. You throw him in there with, yes. The dude is beautiful. He has the highest jump point. And then he impressed with like a 4.40 or, I think
he pro day. Yeah, he broke under 4.5, I believe. 4.4. Close.
I think it was a 4.49 or something. It was up there. So I was like, 6'3", 225.
Good speed for his size, exactly.
Yeah, and then cornerback, Bayvon, Marshall, Alabama. We had him. We worked him out.
Wait, who?
Bayvon, cornerback.
Oh, Trayvon. Yeah.
Yes. Third round pick.
Yeah. I wonder. I thought Trayvon was from Clemson.
Or was it Clemson? I don't want to say Alabama, but it might have been. But I want to say Alabama, but Trayvon. But yeah, and he even worked out with us and this and that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you think they're going to take a corner? You think they're going to pick up a corner?
I do. I really do, Ronbo. I think they meant what they said about our safeties. Now, there's a lot of them back there. They re-signed Jimmy for a reason, Jimmy Ward. So we got all the other talent back there. Worst case scenario, we have a whole stable full. They're going to work with them of young talent. DJ,
Yeah.
There's just so many.
And you're saying in the third round, right?
Yeah, third round, if he lasts that long.
Yeah.
They're predicting him in third round. So he may last that long because he didn't have any interceptions and that. But his thing is he's physical, and he box plays out, and he didn't allow a touchdown all season last year.
Oh, I love when I hear about that. There's another guy like that, too.
Yeah, that's my thing is, I don't care if you don't get interceptions. If you don't allow nobody to score, that's what I want.
That's better than interceptions right there. Sure is.
To me, that's golden. And I was like, that's what I want. And you're 6'2". He fits the mold. He's 6'2". And you don't allow touchdowns. Yeah, I don't care if you don't get interceptions. Yeah, as long as you keep people from at the end zone, I wouldn't give the rat's ass. Leave that to the safeties. For the interceptions, you are a lockdown corner.
So, or he's just very good at not do a number on him, Cause,
very physical, yeah. And he said he's very physical and he's hands-on. And yes. So I would love to have him there. And then, Tavares Moore can go back to his natural position. And
basically, hey, I was thinking about DeAndre Baker. There's another guy. DeAndre has not allowed nobody to score on him in years.
Yes, exactly.
All right,
exactly. So I was like, that's what I look at. I was like, I don't care about the hoopla reel, the ESPN's highlight reel. What did you do overall collectively? Oh, you didn't let nobody score? Oh, my stars.
Hey, you said Trayvon, right? Trayvon Mullen?
Yes.
Yeah, Clemson. Yes. But that's the guy, though, 6'1".
So he was Clemson. Yep.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, so that's what I look at. And then for
we got to pull up.
If we don't get Josh Allen, I'd rather trade back. If we don't get Allen, trade back.
Yeah. If you can find a trade partner. I just don't. I'm trying to find this trade partner for everybody. I just don't know who it could be.
Well, everybody, I'm telling you, and I know you're like, the Giants, the Giants.
No.
Yeah, well, they didn't work with us with OBJ, but they had to get that pick.
But they don't need.
But they need a quarterback.
They can get him. Just sit there. Ain't nobody taking either quarterback until God knows when. You figure the Bucs have already gotten their quarterback. They may take another one. I don't know. Maybe the Broncos. Aren't the Broncos after them? See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know
Broncos,
who this trade partner is. Yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot of players in the field right now, and Kyler Murray. Everybody wants him, but Haskins. To me, he's the number one quarterback that should go.
He'll fall right to the Giants' lap. Let's see what the Giants do.
Yeah.
They got Locke.
But they're going to trade with us, Ronbo. I'm telling you, they're going to trade with us.
Why give up assets? You don't need to. Just sit there and wait. Well, okay, we'll talk about this.
Because somebody's going to trade with us. Somebody's coming up to trade. Somebody wants to trade big time with the 49ers. Why do you think the 49ers are getting all these defensive ends, has-beens, and this and that, and defensive players, smoke screens, and this and that? Because
all I know is Kyle said last week, nobody's called yet. And that's where that phone's going to stay. Ain't nobody calling for it. But if they do, I'm going to tell y'all, well, y'all was right. But I'm telling you right now, nobody's going to call. There's no need to call.
Imagine this, Ronbo. Imagine if they did trade us. Imagine this from a quick scenario to bog over his mind.
It's got to be real quick. 15 seconds. Go ahead.
Real quick. Giants give us their 2 first-round picks. We move back. We get Montez Sweat, and T.J. Haskins to go along.
Wait. But why?
For the quarterback.
Okay. See, that's
yeah. They move up.
Maybe we're something between now and this weekend, and maybe you're right. Okay, we'll see. All right, fam. I'll talk to you Thursday. I think, pretty sure. All right.
Nice, Sam. Hit those likes. Ronbo Sports, number one sports show on the planet.
Yeah.
Night, Sam.
Thanks, Linwood. Night. Oh, God. Anyway, hey, let's go to James. Come on in here, James.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
James, man, it's getting closer to that date, and boy, it's the contemplation, the speculation, the thought processes are going nuts. But James, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking pretty much the same thing I was kind of thinking about last night, hoping to be able to do the pre-draft thing. And
yeah, James, we'll talk about that a little later. That's
okay.
That's we have a certain way to do it. I'll explain it to you again. But anyway, go ahead.
No problem. And anyway, I'm just still thinking the way I've been thinking all along. I'm looking at, what's at stake here, how much we need to get it right in this draft. Take our 6 players. Some people would say, well, if you only got 6 picks, wouldn't you want to trade them and acquire more picks? Yeah, that's a great thing also. And you get a lot more players to look at. But at the position we're picking at, we're asking ourselves, and I think the writing may have been on the wall back here a couple of weeks ago, Ronbo, when here's a scenario. Malcolm Smith got a decrease in his contract amount. So he basically, in simple words, he got demoted. He went from a starter to basically player with a contract that's basically like a third string player salary amount. And most people would say, well, if an organization was going to do that, they would have to have a great contingency plan in play. Well, you're picking, you got the second pick in the first round, and the team in front of you, the Cardinals, are thinking of taking a quarterback, or they could go in any other direction. But what's more to me of a pressing need? To me, is getting that outside linebacker edge rusher. That defense is going to so go whoever we pick, but I just think Allen is more suited for it because of the productivity levels, the availability levels. He checks off all those boxes. Okay, has stayed the game, and to me, that's just that. I just don't see trading out of it. Who's really going to move up? Nobody. Everybody that wants quarterbacks are going to sit there because they know the only team that's going to probably make a move at first will be the Cardinals.
And they're picking up the number 1 pick, so they don't need to do anything but do whatever they want to do. After
That's
that,
exactly right.
After that, ain't nobody interested in the quarterback from 2. The Raiders maybe, but it's really a big maybe. After the Raiders, you got to go down. I don't see where's the need to trade up for a quarterback. These guys aren't that kind of good.
They're not really going to come up and give up the farm.
No.
To move up 4 all the way up to 2. That's only 2 spots. But
and go give up 2 first-round picks? Oh,
and
H-E-double-L, no.
You're still picking in the top 5. You're picking twice in the top 5 picks if they could pull that off. Yeah. But it's not. I don't see that happening. But like I just said, man, that's just to me when they did that, what they did with Malcolm. It's like I think their contingency plan all along. They were saying, we're gonna take this guy because we need to fill that position on the defense. We want the best player available. We're sitting with the best players right there before us. We're picking second, and there's only one team picking in front of us. So it makes all the sense in the world, man. And I mean,
James, I got a question for you though, because I know how you feel about Malcolm, and I also know how you feel about Elijah Olay. If you had to make a choice between the two to put over there to Sam in case we don't get Josh. Which one would you pick?
Wow.
I'll put James.
I don't want to be in a situation.
Either one of them.
I mean,
you got Zilcha, though.
Honest,
I forgot you still got Zilcha. So.
Yeah, they got Zilcha and they got David Mayo that came over from the Panthers, who is not a bad linebacker in the rotation, but I mean, you just can't count on him. You know, you wouldn't want to have to be able to have him to start. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah, he's a weak side lineman. I wouldn't put him at the Sam. But, I mean, you know, I think Elijah could actually handle the Sam. In fact, I know he can do a better job than Malcolm Smith. But right now, they're putting Malcolm there due to his experience, with the system, everything. He's, you know.
I tell you one thing I think that's going to happen this year, though. They're probably going to play a lot more of Peter Tampapino. Because this guy was flashing real well last year in preseason. And then when they started cutting down to the 53, he wound up going to the practice squad.
Yeah.
You know, and this is going into the second year. I would like to see him play more, but I do think we're in a situation right now where we need to address this linebacker problem, man, because we know the writing's on the wall for how they feel about Malcolm Smith.
Right. Okay. James, we got to pull up, though, James. And tell you what, everybody's keeping an eye on that situation, so you ain't by yourself. We'll find out more about that. All right.
Oh, yeah, man.
All right, James.
All right, Ronbo, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Phil. Thanks.
Niner Empire, Niner for life. Have a great evening. Thank you.
You too, James. All right. Yeah, he's right about that. Linebacker situation could be very scary. All right. Hey, let's go. Hey, Curtis. Guys, I'm telling you, I don't believe for a moment. Nick Bosa's not. He's not a. If he was a racist or anything like that, he wouldn't be playing sports. He'd be maybe if he's going to be an athlete, golf or swimming. Black people don't swim, and only one plays golf. I'm not making racist remarks. It's true. We don't float well, and we can't get on the. Most of us can't afford the greens. Curtis McLeod does say, though, thanks for the contribution, Curtis, he says, the true test, take Bosa to see the new Avengers movie and see if he claps after Thanos kills off the black superheroes. Yeah, you see in the movie theater. There's only one guy sitting there. Is that Nick Bosa? You guys cannot come up with these comical sequence narratives, possible scenarios. I tell you, I feel sorry for Nick. I don't feel sorry for Nick for some of the things he thinks, but I mean, you know, I think he's just a kid that shoots off in the mouth. And sometimes I think he says things he realized he should have said, okay, and he went back and took the tweet down, you know. I agree. It should have never been said. He probably really does feel that way about some things, but still, I know you and I both have said things we probably shouldn't have said. Somebody else might have thought the same thing about us. This is why I try not to judge on these things unless I find real solid proof that somebody's either a bigot or racist, and I hate both. You know this. I've said if I see anybody on the chat doing anything like that, they're gone. For some reason, though, I don't see a guy that plays with black athletes all the time being a racist. Hey, 707, you're in Santa Rosa. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Who is this?
This is Michael.
Hi, Michael. Come on in, man. What are you thinking here tonight? Welcome on to the program.
That last caller hit it nail on the coffin for me. I've been thinking our defensive line, I think our depth is there. We don't need to add another like Bosa or something like that, even though I think it would be a great attribute. But I think I'm a little more hesitant. I need to do those linebackers. I'm a little scared of that. I mean, Kwon's coming back from injury. He's going to be a beast when he's there.
Yeah.
So who's going to be there in the meantime for the beginning of the season?
We got to wait. And
honestly
if he's not 100% ready, he's not going to be rushed in, so you're right about that. How do you feel about Elijah Lee, though?
I'm not too strong on him, but I'm not weak on him either.
Okay.
I personally, in my perfect world, I'd actually trade my pick back just a couple positions to who you think we will never trade to, which is the Raiders. I think they're actually going to get
not a fraction of a hair's width. We're going to trade with the Raiders. But go ahead. Okay, what are you going to give the Raiders? The second pick. What are they going to do with that?
I think they're going to go after Bosa themselves because they're getting all that flack from their fan base for having so many little sacks, giving up Khalil Mack and all that.
Okay, next.
So they need their guy.
Okay, help me get into this now. What are you going to ask for from the Raiders?
I'm going to take their number 4 pick and a number 2 pick also in the draft.
A number 2 second round. You know, they got 3 first-round picks. You can ask for a second-round pick. You know what? You'd be doing the Raiders a favor. They would probably take that deal. You didn't let them keep their first-round picks.
Hey, I would actually do for the second-round pick. You know, their top second-round pick.
Yeah,
I would.
Right, because you could ask for more.
I think they're not calling John Lynch on purpose because they don't want him to be talking like with a silver tongue, making deals, making them think stuff. I think they're going to wait until the last possible second, and then that's when they're going to come at it with hey, this is what we're going to offer. Take it or leave it.
And I tell you what, if they offer the second-round pick, if I'm Lynch, I'd leave it. I said, listen, you know what, Mike, you're a nice guy and all. I understand that you haven't been with the Raiders but very long. Well, it's going to take more than that. I'm going to need that pick number 27. You give me your 4 and 27. I'm not even talking about the 24. 4 and 27, you got a deal. Otherwise, like you say, take it or leave it. You take that or leave it. You know, because we don't need to do the Raiders any favor. The Raiders have screwed over the 49ers twice within the last year. That's too much. You give them what they deserve. You tell me you're going to be at 24, 27, and your 4th, and we got a deal. Second round is too nice.
In a perfect world, I'm going to shoot for that first-round pick. But if I can't get it, I would accept the second one just because I think we need more offensive line help. And I think we can get a really good offensive lineman either late in the first round or early in the second round to go with it. And I wouldn't take Josh Allen at number 4 either. I'd rather have Devin White. I think Devin White's more like brings me back to Patrick Willis. I think he's got great instincts. I think he's more potential for an overall great player and leader. Having him, Fred Warner, and Kwon, I just see nobody getting anywhere.
How good is Devin White in coverage?
Oh, he's awesome.
Because, you know, you can't.
He's got the speed.
Yeah, he's got good speed, I know. Yeah.
He's got good instinct. And if he's covering on a guy, if he sees that slight hesitation from the quarterback, he bolts in there and he blows up the whole play.
Yeah, him and Kwon both got that ability. It's you can't get Devin White on your field, period. Nobody can get mad at that, no matter what the situation. Oh, God. We'll see. All right. So there's the deal. The Raiders are gonna trade up with the 49ers. They're gonna give up a second-round pick and their pick. Of course, we trade and let them have. We have Nick. They can get Nick Bosa number 2, which is probably not all that unreal. But I'd much rather think the Jets would do that faster than the Raiders.
Hey, I'll take either one.
Yeah. Yeah, and that'd be more realistic. A second-round pick, because the Jets would say, "We're only moving up one spot, guys. So we're not giving up a million picks. You take our pick, and we'll give you our second round."
We definitely need to upgrade our offensive line. I mean, we got like 3 good studs there, but we also have our strongest guys not going to be there for like 5-6 more years. He's only going to be there for like 2-3 tops.
Oh, Joe Staley? Yeah.
Yeah, he's the best, but you know, he's not going to be there for too much longer.
Well, and remember, people always want to reassert new guys in the offensive line. It's like McGlinchey said at the end of the season, well, we're kind of grateful that we got to play together 1 year. You know, a lot of time people think it's a player's fault. What goes on in an offensive line is kind of hard to understand. But you know what? The longer those guys play together, the better they are. You get new guys, and it's like starting over again. But we're going to see. Actually, ideally,
that's exactly why I wanted to draft you guys.
I know, but that's
why I wanted to draft a guy while Joe Staley's there.
Yeah,
so they can get that chemistry a little bit better together still.
Maybe a tackle? Yeah. Yeah, that could be.
Tackle or guard.
Yeah.
There's actually, I forget his name, but there's actually a player out there who can do both pretty well, tackle or guard.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 guys like that. And if there's a really big concern actually on that offensive line, it's probably the center. Weston Richburg has a real problem. You can't be an offensive lineman and get killed on every other play. I don't know what he's going to do to get tougher, but Weston Richburg really got beat up last year. And use your offensive lineman's got to be tougher than that. If everybody could be like Mike Person. I mean, Persons goes out there and things are broken, and he still performs. I know people don't like every now and then he gets beat, but the thing about Persons, he's just so consistent. This guy would rather die than they tried to get him to set out. I think game 2 or game 3, he wouldn't have it. He came out and he had a great game. You know, if we had 4 or 5 of those guys, oh my God. You talk about true grit. That's the mentality. Has a lot to do with an offensive lineman as well. Because actually, Joshua Garnett can outperform Person. But Garnett, he can't stay upright. So we're going to see. If he could just come around this year, the 49ers guard at the right spot, that's over. Somebody fall off the phone? Michael? Okay. All right. Let's go. Hey, Michael, get back to us when you get a chance, man. We'll be back later on this week. Nighthawk!
What's up? What's going on?
Oh, Nighthawk, man, I missed you yesterday, fam. So we're back here trying to make up. It's the first day of school, as George Kittle would say, Nighthawk. Guys sitting in the classroom, getting to know each other, starting to develop that chemistry right now so we can go 11-5. Hey, Nighthawk, I'm going up every day, man. Last week, 2 weeks ago, man, we got to get 10-6. I can't have less than 10-6. I could get like Kenny and start thinking 13-3 because we got Jimmy G, but I'm scared. You know, because we probably could go 13-3 if everything goes right. But 11-5. Nighthawk's become a good man with good sense, too. He doesn't talk like that anymore. Nighthawk, what are you thinking, man? How many games we going to win?
I think we're going to win like 10.
Yeah, see. Everybody's calmed down. We're a calm group now, Nighthawk. You know what, though? We're going to change. After the first 6 weeks, and the 49ers may lose 1 game, we'll be saying things like, oh, I guess we need to come in thinking we ain't going to win every year. Look at us. What's up, Jersey? But Nighthawk, I tell you, Kwon Alexander might not start. We're kind of thinking about the linebacking situation. Should the 49ers draft a linebacker in the first round, or second round, should I say?
Well, like I said, number 2, if they go to number 2, I would like them to take Josh Allen, but if it doesn't happen, it's okay. But
they can.
I would like to have Josh Allen, number 2.
He's an option. He'll be available at number 2 for sure. Well, unless the Cardinals go get weird, but I'm pretty sure he'll be available at number 2.
Yeah, then round 2, I mean, I think I would like to get a good like round 3, maybe a round 2, get a good receiver.
Everybody's thinking that way. All the writers, everybody has the 49ers getting a receiver in round 2. Who you like the best?
Damn, it's so many out there. I don't know which one to get.
Yeah, you know what though? Let me give you some options. All right, the top option right now is my dude, DK Metcalf. But DK, I don't know. DK is definitely not gonna be ready. He ain't gonna be around in number 2 for sure. Somebody's gonna take him in round 1.
I think he might be gone.
He has definitely gone around one. But you know what? Paris Campbell is a possibility. Currently ranked at number 2. I don't know how this happened. I guess because of his speed. Okay, how do you feel about Paris Campbell?
Paris Campbell, if he pick him, I don't mind picking him.
Yeah. Marquise Hollywood Brown. Something's wrong here. Marquise Brown is ranked number 3. Paris Campbell number 2. I'm looking at the wrong page, I guess. Marquise has got some kind of crazy speed, though. 4.35. But when he gets the ball, all of a sudden he can run a 4.12. He's just too light, though.
But I got to see their highlights.
You just Marquise, just put down Hollywood Brown. Take you right to him. Let me see. AJ's ranked at number 4? They got AJ ranked at number 4 now. Guys are going up and down the order. AJ ain't no number 4. You got to pick the wide receiver for your team, though. Because DK may be good for a lot of teams. I'm not sure if he's good for Kyle, though. A.J. Brown is perfect for the 49ers. He's physical. He's a lot like Pierre, but maybe a little quicker. Not much, but a little quicker.
Yeah, but you know Butterfinger.
Yeah, well, Pierre's had great hands until last year. Pierre just got old all of a sudden. Deebo Samuel, he's on the table. That's another Garcon. That's a strong, tough dude. So, what was it, 5'11", 214? That's a running back size, So.
Yeah. But like I said, the draft is next Thursday. I cannot wait.
Not this weekend, but next weekend. Can you ready for that?
Yeah. You going to be live that time? You going to be live or no?
God, yes. Boy. Can't wait. Riley Ridley. And somebody said Riley Ridley is kind of attached close. So anyway. But Nighthawk, let me get that holla out.
Yeah, before I go, I want to give a
Nighthawk?
Yeah, I want to give shout out to Seek, Bashar, Big Show, and Josie, and the whole Nighthawk Club.
Yeah. All right. All right, Nighthawk. I'm gonna get a holla out. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The Nighthawk.
Hit that like. I'm out.
Thanks, Nighthawk. Have a good night, fam. Okay, Michael fell off his Mike, get on back in here, man. Well, let's get a couple more minutes in for you. Mike? Mike may be having phone problems there. Mike? Michael roam the golden... Michael! All right. Let us go. Hey, Justin!
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Justin, last week we talked. You said something that I forgot what it was, but there's some people who took exception to it afterward. What were you talking about last week? I thought that was pretty funny. What did you say? Were you listening afterward?
I did see the comments. I was laughing.
What did you say?
I said something about Bosa, and then a lot of people took exception to it because they said I was bringing politics into the freaking business, into the chat.
Okay.
And I did not mean to bring politics into business. I want to contract my comments and say that I was not political. I was stating, okay, let me bring five incidents up with everybody. Bruce Miller, Alden Smith, Reuben Foster, and many others have freaking got blocked and squandered it, and for the past 3 years, for the past 5 years of 49ers. I said, and when this comments came out, like I agree with the first caller and Robono. I love your example of like you playing football like with the guys. I love that example. That is one of the purest examples I've ever heard. So I respect the heck out of that one. The reason I said it is because I'm worried that John Lynch isn't going to tolerate that because of what happened with Ruben. Ruben had behavioral problems, but they tolerated it. And then unless I like the only way I can see them drafting is if Bosa calls a locker room meeting, players only, and apologize to every single person. Makes it known that he wasn't that kind of person before, and he apologizes and he mans up and he apologizes. I don't want him to leave tweets and saying, "Oh, this is the only reason." I want him to come out and say, "I will, apologize." That because it's a diverse locker room. It is. It's a diverse locker room, and it's a Bay Area too. You can't just say that and not expect a reaction. So, yeah, that's the reason I said it. That's the only reason. I did not mean to bring politics. I am really not trying to. I wasn't trying to. I just said it because, that was my opinion because I felt like he could just say nothing, kept his mind to his own business, and yeah. But now,
and in fact, Nick probably should have left those tweets there and just said, guys, look at how old those tweets are. All right, have you seen anything like that said, I'm playing ball here. I'm not trying to make anybody mad. I said some things, and I might as well own it now since I already said it. When I look at Kareem Hunt is back in the game, you got actually Reuben Foster has proven he's not done anything, right? So, Kareem Hunt, the girl sitting on the floor, Kareem kicks her. He's back playing football. We've got a couple other guys have done some really bad things, and they're back in the game. So I'm thinking he hasn't broken any laws or got brought into court for anything like that. If there's one thing that people are going to have to be allowed to do is have their own political opinions, unless you're directed at a group in particular. And I don't know that Nick's made individual comments, but I'm not sure. And some of them do lean in a way that you might suspect that there's racist overtones. But then again, maybe, I don't know if it could be actually linked. Because like I said before, guys around black guys all the time. So, I mean, where he may have an opinion about this or that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be a racist on the field, nor is he walking around. People may be looking at him like some Dre pointed out, I got to look at this guy and see if I can trust him. Yeah, you can trust him on the field, no doubt about it. Nick doesn't want to lose. Yeah. He's not looking at colors when he's playing ball. I doubt that very seriously. But, we're all going to be entitled to an opinion on that.
I never said he was racist. I never said he was racist.
I didn't say you did, but a lot of people do think that way now.
I just want to clarify my comments because a lot of people were saying that I brought politics and I was saying that he was racist. I never said that. I just said that a lot of the 49ers have dealt with a lot of situations, have dealt with a lot of controversy, a lot of, I think Terrell Owens was the biggest one. I think that was before I was born. That was before I was born.
I still like Terrell a lot because the dude had me laughing my ass off. I didn't appreciate when he left, but God, he kills me. Man. So
I'm not going to talk about that because I still don't like the guy. But
a lot of people don't feel bad.
I mean, when I heard he saw announcing our pick, I was like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me!"
No, Terrell first came, but Terrell didn't have he didn't have any issues when he first came in the NFL. Well, he may have, but they weren't serious.
He was perfect. He was the perfect receiver, And I do want. The other caller said that what's his name? That linebacker. That he reminds him of Patrick Willis. I think it's a little early to be calling anybody Patrick Willis.
I know, right? We do that often too.
Little early.
I know. We should stop doing that.
A little early. I don't mean it disrespect to call it, but I do think it's a little bit early.
Yeah, way early.
Way early. Yeah. I mean, I do see him. He gets off like Patrick Willis. He does, but you got to understand, Willis was more of a pass linebacker rather than
he's ahead of his time.
Sacking linebacker.
He was definitely ahead of his time.
He was more of
what we need now.
I think it's a little early.
Just we're gonna stop.
Early to be calling somebody.
Yeah, and we got to stop doing that every time we get a linebacker. Willis, no, don't yell Willis's name out. No, it's not. Let him do something first. So anyway,
I'm excited for Warner. I am excited for Warner. I really think he proved himself like he could hold down the starting job, but he does need another linebacker to solidify him.
He's got one. Kwon. Him and Kwon are going to be ridiculous together. They both got the same instincts, and he tailors his game after Kwon, which is hilarious. I didn't even know about that till the other day. I read that article. That was his hero before he even got into school or while he was at BYU. So,
yeah, I wanted to ask you because there was this news that we were trying out Noah Vance from Iowa.
Noah Fant?
He was a tight end.
Yeah. See, that's who I want in round 2, but he's not going to be there. Those are top 20 picks. Him and Hawkinson. But Justin, we're gonna have to go. Justin, let me see you later on during the week, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, just have a good night. And remember, no politics. Have a good night, Justin.
God dang
it. I'm playing. All right. And I see Jorge. My man Jorge says, hey, yo, we're going to be chilling. So we're going to be chilling. So cool. So cool. Is that COO? We're going to be chilling so cool. Haters be talking taboo because we up to something new. And it's got them pissed off the wazoo. We about to draft you-know-who and do some elite 49er gong fu. Jorge's good at that, I'm telling you, man. Rodney Carnes, what's up? Memphis checking in. Willem X, I've been in and out, but always catch you on the replay and hitting that like. Willem X, thanks, fam. Appreciate you. You know this. Let's go check out David. David!
What's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, David, man, just sit back here contemplating the red and gold future. You know what I'm doing. What's on your mind tonight?
Just wondering if Bosa is going to show up wearing his straw hat and his Confederate shirt, you know? So.
Maybe.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, and don't forget the truck with the rifle in the back window.
No,
See, those are generalizations. This is what I'm saying. Those are generalizations that people of color make about white guys. Because I think both sides probably go too far, but the hatred's not there all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
And I know you're joking. Yeah.
No, I know. You know, I don't. I took it like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He just said stuff, but you need to think about it. You know, you're going to school. You know, there's all kinds of different cultures around him. I seriously doubt he's that type of guy. You know, I mean, if he wants to, you know, vote for somebody or follow somebody, let him do it. You know, as long as he doesn't come out and blatantly say, I don't like this group, you know, say that. Then okay, you know, but whatever, you know, he's just, you know, I don't know, whatever. Let's just talk about football, man. He's a good football player. You know, he's you know, in with the rest of the crowd. He's football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
because the fact of the matter is, David, we got other players.
I get it.
We got other players on our team that like Donald Trump. That's why I said, you know,
yeah.
Some of those guys are great guys.
I mean,
they're not. Their political views, though, they're still. It's
you
too
know
much
what?
to make a judgment.
If anything, it would be like for him. It'd be detrimental if he comes out and overdoes it. It'll ruin his career. It'll stain his legacy. So he's not that stupid to come out and be stupid like that. You know, I mean, he I think he's a smarter boy than that, you know.
Well, yeah, he's in a panic now because he thinks people are going to take his tweets to heart.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude's deleting tweets. Well, he drew more attention to himself doing that. He probably should have left that alone, but it's too late now. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They probably, well, somebody probably told him, hey, you know what? You better take that off because they're going to take it the wrong way. Take it off right now. And he's like,
panic move.
You think so? Yeah.
Not well, yeah.
Take it off.
I figured Joey or his mom or his dad or somebody says, Joey,
yeah,
I told you about that crap 2 years ago. Now look, get that crap off you.
Yeah.
You know, and now
don't.
Exactly.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, and I'm saying exactly. I'm saying, and now, boom, poop has hit the fan.
Yeah, it's like, don't give Big Show more fuel. Take it off. Take the switch off now. Take it off. No, but I don't know. Either way, I just think I don't know. I mean, I know wide receiver is important. I really think that we're talented at wide receiver. I don't really think we need to be digging that much for a wide receiver. I mean, I know there's lots of talented guys in this draft. I get that, and it's like, oh man, we should have got that guy. But it's also loaded in something that we've wanted for a long time. Defense, man, we need to get defense.
And David, I just want to piggyback.
Lineman.
I just want to piggyback on something you just said. Do you know, even with C.J. Mullins, who really. If Nick Mullins would have been in there, did I say C.J. Mullins? C.J. Beathard and Nick Mullins. Well, there's a typo. Do you know that we were number 15 as far as offensive attack?
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
What if Nick would have been in there the whole time? Or what if Jimmy G didn't get hurt in the first place? Man. See? That's why you're
Jimmy
right.
Or Mullins would have been there, playoffs, man. Playoffs, honestly. Seriously.
And what if we would have had all the offensive guys that we were supposed to have? They did 15 without those guys.
Yes, exactly. So, don't get me wrong. Get a receiver, yes, great. You get one, it's awesome. I mean, you might pick up something great. We're like, wow, okay, that wasn't such a bad pickup. They're awesome. I'm glad we got that guy. Yeah. But if you think about it, our need is O-lineman. So, Jimmy doesn't get cracked anymore, or Mullins. You know, and a defense to make sure they get off the field quick, man. You know, get in and off the field, because then, our defense was being fried. They're getting tired playing and playing and playing.
But plus, they weren't that good. I mean, the defense was okay at times, but there was no consistency, and there was no real fear of any team working the 49ers defense. So
yeah, exactly. Ah, man. So, I would say, I'm going to stick to what I said. O-lineman and defensive lineman. I mean, that's the way. Maybe a linebacker, like White. Everybody's talking about White. He might be a good linebacker to pick up, but, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Or maybe just pick up a kicker and a punter, maybe.
Because Robbie, man, I don't know. I love to call Robbie's house. Hey, Robbie, who is this? Hey, listen, Robbie, you don't know me, man, but listen, are you coming back to San Francisco? Who is this? Robbie, we're on the air. You're on the air live, Robbie. Just make us feel better for a moment, Robbie. We've been suffering. We've been worried. The anxiety's driving us crazy, Robbie. We don't click.
He's like, I missed the deep dish pizza, Ronbo. I want to go back to Chicago.
Ooh, we could hire a deep dish pizza expert and have him just move down the street from where Robbie lives.
Ronbo, we don't have to.
We got some around town.
In Berkeley.
But he needs to be from Chicago. You know how people are? They think that the best food is going to be cooked wherever they're from, right? So the guy's got to show Robbie's identification and everything. I'm from Chicago, Rob. I can make the pizza. All right? Stop whining about the pizza.
I'm telling you right now, if you take him to Zachary's Pizza in Berkeley, it's deep dish. That stuff is legit. Delicious.
You know what? There's deep dish pizzas. Deep dish pizza got popular around the Bay Area a long time ago. So there's a few people that probably are messing it up. But everybody loves to overeat that deep dish pizza, man. I mean, that one is like 5 inches thick. Crammed full of goodies.
Yeah. Yeah, it's legit. But, I mean, oh, my God, it's delicious. Delicious.
It is.
But you're gonna get mad at me. You're going to get mad at me, okay?
How come?
It's not my fault. It's not my intention. I swear. I swear it not. Okay. Die-hard Niner, born and raised. My dad is from Lubbock, Texas. God bless his soul.
Yeah.
Lubbock, Texas.
Okay.
Dallas Cowboy fan.
Okay.
Came over here in 76.
Yeah.
I was born in 78.
Right.
He started following the Niners in 78.
Oh! Now, why would I get mad at that?
No. I'm going from little story to little story to little story.
Oh, I
okay?
see. Okay.
So my stepbrothers and sisters are all Dallas Cowboy fans. So my sister tells my dad, how the heck do you switch teams? And, you're a Cowboy fan, now you're a Niners fan. He goes, sweetheart, if I switch wives, what makes you think I got to switch teams? That's the punchline. That's
wait.
If I switch
what?
If I switch wives, what makes you think I'm not going to switch teams?
I didn't hear that word.
yeah, switch it. So it's like, if I switch wives, switch teams.
But now everybody in the house has to look at each other. Did he really say that?
No, he did. I swear. That's a true story. True story.
Dave, no wonder you're the way you are. You come out of a house of comedy.
I swear to you. So the house was Dallas Cowboys. We're Niner fans. But
just divide the house right down the middle. Now, got the silver and black on one side of the house, red and gold. I mean, a nice color combo, actually. Dave, you got to go.
Okay, and then one more thing. I didn't want to do it. I got a client. He's from L.A.
Okay.
He's a Rams fan.
I knew you were going to say that.
And, he's my client. What am I supposed to do? I'm helping to buy a house here.
There's nothing you can do. You got to be nice.
And I said, hey, look, man, when we close escrow, I'll buy you a big Niner flag, and I'll hang it on top of your house. He goes, if you do that, it's over.
Yes! You gonna be able to close that deal now, though? You might not be amused.
We're close. We're too far into the deal for him to back out. So you got to either take my Niner flag or...
I love it.
All right, Ronbo, thank you so much. You have a good night, man.
You too, fam. Talk to you later. Is the name Daryl Green? Daryl!
Hey, how you doing?
Daryl doing all right, man. Just sitting around here. And
what's the news?
Well, the camp just opened up for one thing. So officially, football season has started. And here we go, rolling right into July. And, Daryl, you know what happens after that, man. They take a break and come back, and we get this thing rolling.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, we had Mac Breida and what's his name?
Did you say Mac Breida? But
yeah, and he was out here Saturday.
You mean McKinnon and Breida? Well, Mac Breida though.
No.
That's a great name for that backfield combination. Mac Breida combo, man.
Yeah, yeah, they was out here doing autographs,
Oh, hey, when?
Yeah, him and Culver, yeah, it was him. Breida
Oh yeah,
and
because
Culver's
from Texas anyway.
Yeah, he was out here, they signing autographs, and it was a good time too, though.
You was out there. You went out there. You got an autograph?
Yeah, kind of
right.
I got it was like $20, $40 altogether. $80.
They were charging for the money.
For both of them.
As a matter of fact, is Matt Breida from Texas?
I don't even know.
So
what we gonna do about that center?
Weston Richburg? I don't know. The 49ers would have a backup for him, though, because Weston got hurt last year, and he was hurt most of the year last year. He kept trying to play, but he became like that hole they could get through. And the run game is affected by what he does. The problem is he knows how to call play. This is very important in Shanahan's offensive system. The center knows how to diagnose the defense quickly and get back to the quarterback. Matt, you know what? That dude in Atlanta, Matty Ice had, what's his name? His last name is Mack. Anyway, he was excellent at reading defenses. And Matty Ice didn't have to do anything more than listen to what he said, and they could call the play from there. That's why the Falcons became so badass.
Yeah.
So, Alex Mack. That's him. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. So.
Wish we could get him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't wait either, boy. So, shit, man, I think we still might get Nick.
Well, yeah. You know what, though? Jed York is very sensitive about these kind of things. I have a feeling they're really having a long talk about this matter. Jed's not going to bring in anybody that's going to come back on him. If if Nick's going to come in,
Oh yeah,
there's going to be some blowback.
like a Reuben Foster. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be like him. So,
well, not like
yeah,
Reuben. Reuben's a different story. But this will be the first time we tell somebody with political issues, as people are going to see it as a political problem. You know, it's pretty kind of crazy in America when supporting your president can get you in trouble. I think that used to be okay. And now it's turned into a mess. So I don't know. Well, I don't know what the 49ers are going to do about this. Do they want him or do they not want this? What are they going to do? I have no idea what they do about this. I don't know.
So you think they're going to trade? Think they're going to trade back or we're going to keep it?
Or pick somebody else? They might go Quentin Williams or Josh Allen. I don't know. If we find out later they did it based on the concerns for Nick, his affiliations, and his political views, man, that would be the first time that ever happened, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I already know that. I know Arizona for to get their quarterback.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talk out here. There's a lot of talk out here. They're talking right now.
They're going to get him. Daryl, they're going to get him. You know what? The only reason they're waiting, they don't want to trade Rosen until that night. Because if Murray goes back to play baseball, they ain't got a quarterback. So they have to wait till that night. So they're going to draw this out and draw it out and draw it out until draft night.
So you think the Seahawks quarterback, you think he's scared? What we finna come through on his ass with?
Russ is through. He is through with Seattle, Daryl. Russ said, I told y'all, I'm not playing. I said April 15th to have that deal land on the table. Ain't nobody even called me. I am out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, he wants out now.
Oh, yeah.
He used that for an excuse, Daryl. I think he wants to get out of Seattle anyway. If you give that kind of...
All of them do.
Yeah, I know, right? Because you can give that kind of ultimatum, by the 15th I need a deal on the table, I'm gone. That means you're not trying to negotiate. And you know they're not going to get it done. You know it. And he's out of here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I told my wife, it ain't a serious game, but we playing y'all in the preseason. So, yeah.
Go beat him up, too.
She was like,
I
know, but...
Second and third string. Nick Mullins beat up anybody. I trust
Oh, yeah. But I'm going to tell her you said hi. I'm going to get out because,
And we'll talk.
Pick the wife up from work anyway, so...
And we'll tell her...
Will you be back on Thursday, or...?
Yeah, Wednesday or Thursday, one or the other.
Oh, okay. All right, let me
Probably
get that
Thursday.
shout out.
All right, fam. I'm sorry.
Let me get that shout out.
Oh, yeah! Niners! Oh, man, Daryl.
All right, I'm out. You have a blessed day.
Yeah, you too, Daryl.
Go Niners. All right.
Yeah. Hey, it's A. Jay, we got double action activity coming out of Arizona. Hey, Jay.
Oh, can you hear me? My bad.
I was getting ready to look at the cam. I said, AJ must be in the middle of making a tuna fish sandwich, and because he always keeps a cam on him. Dang, you don't do that as much as you used to, AJ. We used to love to watch you go from point A to point B, never getting rid of your phone, and was always filming you.
Smash mouth. That's what it is.
AJ, what's up, man?
Yeah, man. I don't know, Ronbo, man. I think you saying something to the effect of you grew up in Solano and you played with a bunch of country farm mother uggers. So.
Salinas is Cowboys. Well, we had some dudes. We had a rodeo every year and everything, So it's like I learned about that mentality as a kid. But go ahead, though. What are your views on that?
Yeah. So you learn. I mean, so basically, I hope we don't get. I didn't know who we get. I really don't have a say again with who we get. It's number 2 pick. But I mean, and his views about Kaepernick, Beyonce, I just think dude went out of his way on the internet.
Did he say something about Beyonce too?
He did, man. I mean, listen, I think he just. And then now he got to take it down, or somebody probably advised him to take it down. And he could, if you stand on your word of what you say, ain't nothing bad, then you should have kept it up. But since he took it down, it made it even worse for him, to me, in my mind. So I mean, I hope you not advocating or coddling his behavior as a Niner fan.
All I'm saying is we all have our own views on things, but it doesn't necessarily transmit to a hater. You know what I mean? There's some things I don't appreciate that I'm pretty sure people of the color may think is a little biased. What I'm saying is I need proof of hatred. Because as I said, I've been around this element before, and I knew those guys, they weren't exactly haters, but they had there's a lot of opinionated people in this world that think ways that they don't really realize is offensive. They think they're in the right when they say these things, not necessarily hatred, but they just think they're in the right when they say what they think. So,
because them folks is delusional, probably. But hey, man, no, not saying that you agree, but I hope we get the other dude from Alabama anyway, which is another
Quinnen.
Another reason. Yeah, Quinnen. Yeah. I think we can go with him anyway, just based on some of his
display,
motor, and display. He seemed like a better pick. Nick Bosa's getting too much hype. I mean, off top, he just really is. Too much. He overrated with all the hype. Maybe he deserved the hype because of his brothers and all that. I don't know, but I don't see him doing anything good. And it'd be amazing if he did. You know, it'd be amazing.
But, AJ, did you always feel that way about him, though?
Did I? No, I had no really skill-wise. While I was looking, I was like, damn, why is he so hyped? And I looked at some of his stuff, and I was like, well, he's good, Ohio, but you know, I just don't think that Bosa name is gonna carry. I mean, because didn't one of them do really bad, or that was the no, that was I'm thinking about the quarterback for Oakland Raiders brother. He busted.
Oh, not
Derek Carr.
David Carr.
Dave, he busted.
Dave was Dave played with us for a few minutes. Remember?
He did?
Yeah, he played 1 year.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Man, that's crazy. That's how weak he was, man. Huh? Didn't even get
in the game much though. But yeah.
So it's only 26 that we pick somebody on the 26th of this
25th,
month.
25th, and that's the weekend of the 25th. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you don't think?
Go ahead.
You don't think we need a wide receiver?
Maybe. If you can get one in the second round, it's not going to be a first round pick. There's a lot of people that think the 49ers are going to trade down, which might be fine. I just don't understand where they're going to trade down with who. I don't see any need to trade up. There's not loaded with a lot of great quarterbacks this year. Past 2 years, there was quarterbacks to be had. If you had the number 2 pick, you was going to get phone calls. Wait, you could get Haskins and Locke 8 or 9 if you're down there. I figure, the Raiders aren't going to – they'd rather trade up than get – Derek Carr is just as good as anybody in the draft. So there ain't no point in being stupid about it. They're going to say, Derek, you got to go. We just picked up Haskins. Or we just picked up Drew Lock. They're not going to do that. And they're not going to be able to get rid of him because ain't nobody going to pay him that salary, right? If you're another team, would you take Derek Carr in a trade?
In a trade? Kind of no. No, I don't think the money is worth it. No, I don't think the money he's making is worth it. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah, see, that's why
it'll be hard for me. It'll be hard for me to make that move. I mean, I wouldn't, depending on what I had and what I was going with and what I needed as a quarterback. Like, for instance, New York. Would I trade if I was in a New York situation with Eli to let him release and go with this new quarterback that they have in the college, or would I just go ahead and keep somebody that's already been in the NFL professional league and did it a few years?
Gellerman, Gellerman, the GM over there, Gellerman's lost his mind. He still thinks that Eli can play another couple of years. Eli has proven beyond a shadow of any doubt that he is done. And they still insist on thinking they're going to keep. They could be lying, though, AJ. This is what people do this time of year. They could be sitting there quietly hoping they don't have to draft up, and they probably want Haskins. They'll take Locke. They'll take either one, let them sit down behind Eli for a year. Next year say, Eli, you have a good time and have a good life. We'll see you. You got a free pass, lifetime pass. You can come in and watch the games anytime you want. You know that. My office is always open. You come in anytime. You know how to get in. You know, but you can't play here no more as my quarterback. You know.
What do you think about Seattle kicking
Russell to the curb?
Him out.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We got AJ. Get him back, man. I always love talking to you, AJ, man. You don't call but every other week though, or every other month. So yeah, I'll be back. I know you're a busy man though. Let me see you later on in the week, huh? We'll be back twice.
Alrighty.
All right, fam.
For sure. Yep. Later.
Good night, AJ. Yeah. And let's see. Oh, there he is. The man, the myth, one half of the TNT connection. He hails from Atlanta, GA, weighing in at 235 pounds. He is Trez. Trez. Trez probably at the gym anyway. No, it's pretty late. Trez ain't at the gym. Maybe, because you know Trez be working out. Man. I knew he was going to come in bad in the bone. Always Trez. Mm-hmm. 6'2". He's got 1 pounds and a lot of muscle too. He rides up and down the roads and people point and stare. They say, look at that man right there. Because I want to say one thing about him. He's bad. Bad to the bone.
Wait a minute, Ronbo. Go and put some red and gold up in it because TNT is back.
Yes. Boy, I got a whole bucket load waiting for you. It's been sitting here for weeks. Oh, Trez. Boy, I know you got Trez.
What's happening, Ronbo?
Trez, man, you know, starting, man. People got 49ers have reported into camp and getting ready to roll. We got the draft coming up real soon. What in the world is the more drama's built up for this draft than any other draft in years.
I can believe that, Ronbo. I can believe it, but because this is a deep draft, it's very deep. There's a lot of good players coming out of college in this particular draft. So, but let's. I've been listening to the show. You know, I can't go without looking at you, Ronbo. You know what I'm saying? Look,
well, thanks, Trez.
You know, TNT is always with you, Ronbo. Just know that. You know,
thanks,
we're always with you.
I appreciate
it. Let's address the elephant in the room, bro.
Oh, of course.
One Nick Bosa, okay? I'm going to go ahead and officially drop Nick Bosa off of my list because I don't like what he tweeted. And even though, you know, people say, yeah, you're a kid, you make mistakes. Let me tell you something, Ronbo. If we allow this to be swept up under the rug, you know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like that's what a lot of people was trying to do the first 2 nights. You know, once, you know, y'all started the topic of talking about it. It seemed like a lot of people was like, oh, you know, let's just stick to football. Let's just stick to this. No, you can't just stick to football. You can't, because football is a team sport, and it's about chemistry. And you and I both know, Ronbo, football stretches beyond the field itself. You know what I'm saying? You have personal relationships with one another. You go over to one another's house to eat dinner, to sit down with my family and your family and get to really know each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it stretches beyond the boundaries of the X's and O's, the hash marks, and the field goal pole. You see what I'm saying? And to have somebody on your team that possibly, you know, could have point of views against other people of race, that's just not acceptable. It's not. And case in point, let's take in point on one, what his name, Riley Cooper.
Oh, yeah.
Wide receiver.
The worst, and he proved it real clearly, too.
Exactly. Spearing the N-word all over the place. Caught in his environment in the right way. So that's a perfect example right there, Ronbo, of a guy who's already, you know, once they give you a red flag, Ronbo, like we should have looked at with Ruben. You remember I said that. When you get a red flag, you need to really seriously take a look at that. And like they say, if you're a man, you stand on something you believe in, then you shouldn't have took down your tweets. For me, you taking it down, that's a admission of guilt, in my opinion. You feel guilty. And then, too, your agent, most agents right now are going through what you call a walkthrough with their clients to say, hey, let's clear up anything you might have tweeted, said, done. They don't want nothing to come up draft night that may lower your stock. You follow what I'm saying? They don't.
Oh, yeah.
So
and what
you can officially drop him for me.
What was last year? The dude that they set up, and they say his father-in-law did it. The one that was smoking at least 15,000 pounds.
Larry Thompson. He's with Miami. Yeah.
Dude got drafted at what number? And I figured, you know what? Honestly, Trez, I got a feeling Nick's going to get the same treatment. Nick's probably going to get maybe number 15. You know, this is really, it's serious. I feel sorry for the kid because he screwed up. But, you know, it is what it is. So I see that coming. And he'll learn from this. But he loses millions of dollars over his tweets.
Yeah,
and like you're saying,
I mean, it's a sad situation because, like I said, a lot of people just want to stick to football, but everything goes beyond just the game they play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It really does. You know, if anybody's ever played on any sports team, it ain't got to be just football. You know, your relationships are personal outside of that. You know, this is the bottom line. Yeah. So enough of that, Ronbo. I've spoken my piece on that. You know, so another thing, Ronbo, I just want to send a big shout out because the first person that I heard tonight was Dre, and Dre hit it dead on the head, man. He hit it dead on the head for me too. And shout out to Dre, big shout out to Dre tonight for his comments. And I just want to thank you, Ronbo, for all you do. You know, hey, I'm gonna tell you something, Ronbo, and I want to give you credit because and you brought a lot of people together, Ronbo. You know, a lot of people talk about Nipsey and what he's doing in the community. But I just want to thank you because you represent that same factor that Nipsey stood for in bringing people together. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
we just want to tell you thank you so much,
Prince.
Ronbo. But that is true because without you, there's no TNT, there's no Nighthawk Fan Club, no Heart Foundation, no Yamin, no Dre, no James, no Kenny, no none of us. You know what I'm saying? Sheik, none of us. You know what I'm saying? You've helped build a bridge to build relationships, man. So big shout out to you, Ronbo. Big shout out to you, okay?
Thanks.
And we'll talk about a lot of those other things, you know. Yeah. But you take your battle, Ronbo, for real. That's real talk. That's real talk.
Well, thanks. Because, if I wasn't so dark, you could see me blushing.
You're a very humble man, Ronbo, and you know that's part of being a great person. You know what I'm saying?
God, thanks, Trez. And it's all love back at you, man. Because I always think about you and Trey all the time. But it's great to check in here tonight. And I know you guys are busy, and you'll be checking in a little bit more as the football season gets near. So, it's always a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Same here, Ronbo. All right. So, TNT, we out, Ronbo. Have a good one.
Yeah, all right, fam. Yeah, have a good night, Trez.
All right, you too.
And I want to make myself clear. I do not condone, if anybody thinks I condone what Nick Bosa is doing, my whole thing is growing up the way I did. Wherever I see a fire burning, wherever I see things that could actually grow into a large-scale war or hatred, I always try to see this. It's part of my DNA. It's my nature. I always see if there's a possible silver lining in anything. My whole wish, as corny as it sounds, I wish we could all just get along in this world. I really do. And I know it's impossible. It's never going to happen. But I never condone either side as far as hatred and bigotry and pain and suffering and revenge and all that stuff. It's just me. I'll never side with the bad guys, though, and I can determine those guys quick. So, this is why I'm just wishing that it's too bad. It really is. But I do know that Jed York is a very sensitive person, and if I had to bet right now, I'd say there will be no Nick Bosa at number 2. I'm pretty sure of it, actually. They'll go around this, and Quinnen Williams or Josh Allen is probably in the mix. So that means the Cardinals can quit playing games with us. The Cardinals, I really think the Cardinals were targeting the 49ers. We're the only team they can actually deal with because there's no other team they should deal with. If they want anybody to trade up, it's the 49ers. Well, now that's over. Let's see how quiet, watch and see. Let's see how quiet the Cardinals get within the days ahead about pretending like they're not going to take Josh Allen. Ha! That's what the Cardinals. Nah, the 49ers would rather trade back or just stay put. They're not going to do anything. So if the Cardinals are baiting the 49ers, they can forget it. And the Raiders, they can get Nick Bosa now too because it kind of screws things up for everybody in that first top 5. We'll see what happens next. It's going to be exciting between now and next week. T-Roy! Come on in, T-Roy.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
T-Roy, man. T-Roy, why is there a T and a Roy? Is your name Troy or T-Roy? If I remember the T-Roy,
I don't care. I don't really mind either way. I think it's kind of funny when you say T-Roy, so that's fine with me.
It is Troy. It is. I mean, I like calling you T-Roy, though.
You call me T-Roy all day long. It's okay with me.
It's one of them hood names, like Beulah and Rasputin. Yeah.
Well, you can't just have a straight up name. You got no street cred with Troy. You got to have T-Roy.
T-Roy, hey, what are you thinking tonight, fam? Because camp just opened up, football season. We're underway, man. What's going on?
I'm very excited about the draft coming up, and I think there's all sorts of scenarios that could happen. I mean, even a scenario where the Cardinals pick Bosa because they want to do something with him. Not that I think they won't pick Kyler Murray, but I think that if they chose to pick up Bosa or someone first, why wouldn't we just pick up Kyler Murray and hold him as draft capital and then trade him to the team that needs their quarterback the most and give us all sorts of draft capital to get him?
I'm glad you said that. Is that possible? I mean, if you pull a player at number 2, can you move him that night yourself, or is that against the rules? I've never saw that done.
What's his name from San Diego and New York? What they did it?
When did that happen?
Manning and what's his name? Rivers. Rivers was a New York Giant, and Manning was a San Diego Charger, remember? And he said, I'm not going to play for San Diego. So they switched teams.
Elway, the same thing.
Yeah, Elway was the same thing, yeah.
But did they go ahead and pull him for? They made those deals that night.
I know they picked the people for New York and the Chargers. I don't remember about Elway specifically. I think they picked him number 1 overall. I think the Colts did. And then he said, I won't play for him. And that's when they traded him over to the Broncos.
Right? Okay. So this conversation took place right within the first round. And it was convincing enough that they had to move him. And I guess and the commission let that go. Okay. You know what?
I think they went up on the stage as whatever they were picked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they went up on the stage at whatever they were picked, but then they just immediately changed.
Wow. Okay. So
there's a possibility of that too. Yeah. There's the possibility that you get a lot of draft capital. I think I brought this up in the tweet or something like that. I said I would love to see some really good shenanigans by Shanahan and what's the name?
Lynch.
Our GM. Lynch. So I know this will never happen, but this would be my dream thing to happen. Would be at 2, we give up the pick to the Raiders for 4 and 24 or 27, one of the two, 4 and 24 or 27. And then when we're on the clock at 4, we trade back with the Giants and get 6 and 17. Now we got the 6th overall pick, and I know it's not sexy, but look, we got the 6, the 17, the 24, and the 34. That's almost like 4 first-round picks in the first round.
Okay, but this is all possible after holding Kyler Murray hostage?
No, I'm just thinking in general. That's another option.
Okay.
At 2, if you were to trade Raiders with 2 to 4, you'd get 4 and 27. Let's say. Now you got 27 sitting there. You're sitting at 4.
Yeah.
4 comes in, and you go, hey, Giants, you could move up to 4 and get your pick. Giants give you 6 and 17. Now you got 6, 17, 24, and 34. So I mean, you basically have 4 first-round picks. You basically got 4 first-round picks.
That would be interesting. You know what? It's going to take a lot of creativity to come out of this draft smelling like a rose anyway. But you know what? I still think the 49ers are really concerned about pass rushers. That's got to be still their number one priority. So Montez Sweat waiting around.
Yeah, maybe it's 6 or
Josh.
I still tell you what. Looking at the film, I like. And I know we pissed him off somehow, but I don't think that'll last.
Jakai.
Get him on the team.
I thought about Jakai too.
Yeah, but he's got a motor, man. He's good, and he's a hand in the dirt guy on the edge. So I definitely know we need that edge rusher, hand in the dirt.
I know. You know what'd be nice though?
So
Jakai can also play OLB. I would love. He's got the right size and everything. If I could get him to play my Sam, we could. Troy, D-Rod,
Yep.
We do not have to put up with Malcolm Smith. I got, like you mentioned, you got Jakai over to Sam. I got Warner or Kwon in the middle or the weak side. Everything would just fall into place pretty. I don't know if Jakai, is he pissed off? I mean, the 49ers could probably call him in the office and say, come on, man, he's just playing. Jakai, listen, you need to toughen up. Mentally, you're weak. What? I'm just telling you the truth. You got
Jaquai been eating bologna sandwiches for the longest time. All of a sudden, he's going to get a paycheck and be eating filet mignon. He ain't going to care about that situation.
Because I don't know why he got so pissed off. He couldn't see. And DK Metcalf pointed it out later. I learned a lot from that interview with the 49ers. Hey, the 49ers are here to break people down. If you don't answer or come correct on a certain question, if you get mad, that sells them right there. You ain't for them. Jakai got mad and told everybody about how nice the Rams were, and the 49ers and a couple other teams made him mad. You know who you are? You ain't got into the league yet. Yeah. You can't even talk like this. So, yeah.
Yeah, you and I were speaking on, I think, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, about Bosa. I really just kept on looking at the film, not highlight film. I don't be looking for highlight films. That's all his best stuff, right? I want to look at the stuff that when he's not doing his best. And I swear, I just didn't see that burst first step. That's what worries me about him. First, you got the injury issues, and I don't know that they're going to be a problem in the NFL, but you never know. So, and you got the injury issues, you got the agent issues with him holding out, and then you got possibly this slow first step. Now he's got great technique. I agree with you, 100%, great technique. But you said it on Friday, and I remember you saying this. You were saying to someone else, "Hey man, speed kills." Yeah, speed kills. Look at all these guys, man. When they come off the edge, they take. The only time Bosa did really, really good against USC when he was in that game was when he was blocked by a tight end or running back trying to chip him. Every time he went up against these big old left tackles, he kept getting swallowed up. So it worries me about his speed off that burst. That's the only thing that worries me about him. Technique-wise, I'm not worried. He's great. But I worry that he gets in there with grown-ass men that have been doing it for 10 years. And it's like, the left tackle is the most dominant guy, right? Yeah. He plays the right side. He's going to have to go against the best.
Oh, God. Tell you what, let's go ahead and continue this rest of the week because this conversation is going to be around all the way until draft night anyway.
All right.
So, appreciate you, fam. And we'll talk later.
Have a good one now. Okay, thank you.
You too. Thank you. Yeah. All right. And we got wait. We go from T-Roy to Troy. Troy!
How you doing, Ronbo?
Troy, doing okay, man. As I said, my little piece a minute ago, man, I just wish the world would just settle back into peace. I guess it was never meant to be, though, Troy. It's just the way it is, man. There's going to be hatred somewhere all the time. And
well, if there was, I agree with you, too. But if there was always peace, then, it wouldn't be interesting. It'd be boring.
There'd be something to argue about,
But I've been listening to you guys since, the argument started with Bosa and the rest of them. And I kind of agree a little bit with the previous caller, T-Roy, was saying. The way he said, trade with the Raiders, then trade back and go with the Giants, and then you've got the multiple picks. And I was kind of thinking the same thing. And, everybody's just been with the top three: Bosa,
Williams,
Allen, and Clinton. And I was like, well, wait a minute, let's make it number 4. And my thing is Montez. And the reason I say this is everybody's looking at, the guys getting around the corner and getting to the quarterback. In our division, Ronbo, almost, if I remember correctly, I think pretty much all of the quarterbacks are mobile, if I'm not mistaken.
They will be. Let's see. Okay. Let's go right down the line. Cardinals, if they pick up Murray, extremely mobile.
Okay.
Also, we've got the Hawks. There's Russie Wilson. And
is what's his name in L.A.? Is he that mobile? He is kind of mobile.
No. Boy, that's a straight up pocket passer there. So we got one guy. Okay, we got two too. Jimmy's Jimmy's got mobility though. He'll do the Aaron Rodgers on you in a heartbeat. But
but we got Jimmy for us. But I'm talking about the other 3.
You got two mobile.
2 out of 3.
Yeah, 2 out of 3.
Okay, and me and a buddy of mine, we was kind of doing a little calculating, and we kind of figured out for mobile quarterbacks, when they run out of that pocket, it takes them 0.2 of a second to set their feet and throw.
I know where you're going with this.
Okay, now once again, you got Bosa who's running a 4.8. So that means those 2 quarterbacks got at least 1/10 to 2/10 of a second to plant, throw, and let go.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Allen, who's a little bit faster. So they may be able to get 1 foot down and throw. Now you take Montez, who's running in 4.4. They not outrunning this dude, so they might not even get a chance to cock back.
There's not a quarterback in the NFL that can run faster than Montez. That's an excellent point.
And then the other thing I'm looking at, Ronbo, is the edge rushers. They set the edge also because you got these. I think don't we play the Giants in the preseason or something like that? One of those teams.
I think the Giants are on a regular season schedule. I think.
Oh, okay, perfect. Now you got Montez over there who can, with them pterodactyl wings, can keep somebody off of him. He can see where the play is going to a screen pass to Saquon.
Yeah.
Him and Saquon is running the same speed.
Right.
Saquon is not going to get around him as he would Bosa and a little bit of Allen.
Montez can run right down the field with him as far as he wants to run, too. You're right.
Exactly.
Well, that'd be funny.
So,
I could see myself, Jimmy Ward or some safety or cornerback in the back, and I'm watching Montez and a wide receiver jamming down the field right on past me. Hey, Montez, who's right? I guess I got to go do his job, So that's funny.
And then that height, with him being, is he 6'6" or 6'7"?
I think 6. Actually, he is 6'6". That Montez is the complete freak, ain't he? How you gonna be 6'6" and move at that speed?
And that's the other thing I was going to bring up, because you take that now. If they do throw a screen pass, it's not going to be no rocket ball. It's going to be a lob.
Troy, you know what? You may have just. It might be. Maybe it's always been Montez. Montez was Kyle Shanahan coached him in the Senior Bowl. It's never been Bosa. It's never been Williams. And it's never been. You know what? The thing is, they did this last year. Nobody said he didn't. The 49ers said nothing about Mo McGlinchey, and all of a sudden they call his name on opening nights.
Nope. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because once again, if Montez put those arms up, just like Debo, if he puts them arms up. Dude, that's like throwing a ball on the other side of the house and your brother sitting over there waiting on the ball to come down.
He's got a 36-inch vertical. So you take that 6'6" and that leaping ability and all that athleticism and speed, but then they have one say something about
85.5-inch reach.
Yes. And then they said something, though, about a heart condition. I don't know. What is it? They said he's been treated for it. It's not anything serious to be concerned with. He had that going into college.
He has the same thing I have, Ronbo. It's an irregular heartbeat. Your heart just beats a little bit faster than everybody else's. It's never harmed me when I played ball. It's never harmed me my whole life. he probably didn't even really realize he had it.
No, well, yeah, you wouldn't, right?
Right.
It's going to be interesting to see. It could be, it may have been Montez the whole time.
You know, and then we could probably go back in the second round, you know, if like, for instance, if they do trade with the Giants or all the other stuff, and then let's say, you know, we take the Giants 37th pick behind our 36 in the second round, then we could probably go, you know, if DK's still there or AJ or what's the other the DB, wide receiver's name?
We got A.J. Brown, you got DK Metcalf, you got N'Keal Harry. Who?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those three.
Right.
So, you know, we can still do something that way.
There you go. Troy, we got to stop here, though.
Okay, man.
Well, listen, keep that. Well, remember when we was talking about wide receivers, so we can continue the second round. That's what you're thinking, man. But now I tell you, I think you really hit something with that Montez Sweat, and the way you broke it down, it makes a lot of sense. We'll see. All right,
well, Ronbo, love what you do, man.
Thanks,
keep doing it.
And can't stop.
Niner Empire, we rolling this year.
Yes. All right,
Niners for life, babe.
Yeah.
Later, guys.
Light. It's Troy. Troy may be on to something seriously. I tell you, man. May have something here. Mike Marini, Mike. Come on in, Mike.
Ronbo, what's going on?
Oh, Mike, it's gotten to the point now where as we get closer to the day, I'm more confused than ever. And just a little while ago, I thought I had my finger on the pulse of what was going on in Santa Clara. Now I have no idea. You listen to enough input into your head and you start to alter your own perceptions of things. But anyway, Mike, what are you thinking tonight?
I know, and it all came about on Twitter.
I know.
How about that?
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, what I was thinking, Ronbo, is, you know, no matter what happens through this whole process, I just look at the situation that we're in right now. And we're in the best possible situation. Yeah, you know, if you look at our weaknesses, two of our big weaknesses right now are edge rusher and wide receiver. And we're going to be sitting at the number 2 pick. We're going to get our pick of all the edge rushers available.
Yes.
Whatever edge rusher you want,
it's yours.
Go ahead. It's yours. Take it. And then come into the second round, because of the fact that there's so many defensive prospects, huge defensive prospects in this draft that are going to be going in the first round. Then you got your quarterbacks that are going, and you're going to have damn near your pick of the best receiver in the draft. Yeah. I mean, you're going to have 1 or 2 receivers that are going to go in the first round, Ronbo. I mean, it's not going to be more than that. There's going to be.
I looked at that. You're right. You look down the line. Everybody puts down edge as their number 1 need, and then OL seems real popular, and then WR. You know, you're right. I saw that.
So I mean, you look at this situation, and I mean, it's just ideal for us. It's ideal. We're going to get a couple. We're going to get 2 to 3 starters out of this thing from the get. I mean, I think
amazing.
I think that first pick, and you know, I don't know where to go with this whole Twitter thing and Bosa. I went back a couple of years on his Twitter line just to see what other kind of stuff he was putting on there, and I don't know. I couldn't make heads or tails of this guy, so I don't know where all that stands. And to be honest with you, I don't even want to speculate on any stuff like that, because that's serious business, and that's for John Lynch and Shanahan to sit down in a room with somebody who knows the right questions to ask this guy to get inside of his head and find out where he's at on that. But if he is okay to them, then to me, I don't care what all these other callers are saying. Slow first step. He disappeared during the games. I just went back and watched a bunch of games with Wisconsin, Penn State, Michigan State. He didn't disappear, Ronbo. What it is they're running away from the guy. They're double teaming him. They're running away from him, and he's putting pressure on the quarterback anyways. So he's not disappearing. Nick Bosa does not disappear. He doesn't get caught up on blocks.
Josh Allen does get caught up on blocks. Tight ends oftentimes will stonewall that guy. So I went back and I watched all of Josh Allen's sacks. And I'll tell you, for a guy that they made I read a big article on him about him getting a lot of training on counter moves and things like that. I went back and watched all his sacks. I saw a lot of speed rush sacks, Ronbo. He's just flying around the edge, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's not going to cut it in the NFL, man. You got to have more than that.
That's
you know. So, I mean, that's fine. He's got great athleticism. His athleticism sticks out. I mean, he's really fast off the edge. There's no doubt. And maybe ultimately, maybe he is going to be much better. I don't know. But right now, if I was to line somebody up right now, I would want Bosa out there. That would be my guy right now. You know?
And so we already had this conversation. I saw the same thing. I said, you know, speed's okay, but in NFL, that's going to get taken out faster than technique. That's what my concern was as well. There's a lot of guys offensive linemen that can catch you.
Yeah, and I mean, I do dig on Montez Sweat. I think that's a definite possibility. But I got to say one thing about Montez Sweat is Montez Sweat, do not expect immediate results. He's a ball of clay right now. That guy's a ball of clay.
Year that went to the New Orleans Saints. Montez is like a next step above him, though. What's that kid? He was a project last year.
Davenport.
Yeah, he's Davenport 2.0 on speed, you know, and I mean raw speed. Davenport was not that kind of quick.
But you know the thing about Sweat is he's got power too. He can hold at the point of attack. So he's got a lot of the things that you want. He's got the length, the power, and all that. But his thing is he doesn't know how to use those long arms yet. He's got to continue to and they'll coach him up on that stuff. But it's a process, you know, and so that's the thing. If you're looking down the road, then you might want to go with a guy like that or a guy like maybe even Brian Burns. But that's a guy that he gets shoved around a lot. He's lighter and he gets shoved. He gets shoved around a lot.
He gained weight, but I think it's not. I think it's fat in order to make himself look heavier, or feel heavier on the scale. He hasn't had time to put on the weight that they're talking about. They say up to 250 pounds. He just left 220-something, 230 at the most. He put on 20 pounds since the end of the season? I don't think so.
Yeah. And hey, if we did happen to trade back for whatever reason, man, I would totally dig if somehow we could get our hands on, you know, an edge rusher and get our hands on DK Metcalf and and then going into that second round, grab an O lineman, man. I mean, you know, there's a lot of different ways they can go, but if they did trade back, that would open up a door to get that offensive lineman early and get a wide receiver early enough to get one of the top guys, because
talk about getting some needs
in that second round, though. Yeah,
that's the round, Mike. That's such a big mystery, Mike. We're gonna have to go. I'm gonna tell you what, though. Great stuff as usual, and I'll look for you later on this week. We'll be back often this week as possible.
Hey, thank you for all you do, Ronbo, and big shout out to Trez, man. Tonight he hit it on the spot with you bringing us all together here like that.
Shucks, it's been my pleasure too.
Shout out to you, my man, and everybody have a great night, Niner Empire, and shout out to the Nighthawk fan club.
All right, fam.
All right, Ronbo.
Talk to you later.
Have a great night.
You too. Bye. Here's Mike. All right. And hey, Okie Niner, I see you, man. That's just Okie Niner says anything can happen. And what up, Niner fam? Ryan, okay. Okay, Mr. just got off work. All right, let's go check out Ryan. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Ronbo. It's been a while, man. It's great to be on.
It's been too long, Ryan. It has been a long time. I haven't talked to you since, my God. Well, in the last season. I think somewhere during the course of last season. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, your show has gotten so popular. It's like really hard to get on, but hey, it's better late than never.
Well, hey, I'm glad to see you, Ryan.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan,
yeah,
season's underway. Season's underway. That night of nights is coming up. Ryan, have you put this all together? What is your anticipation for 2019? Are we going to be better than 8-8 like some people are saying? 9-7 is still a failure. 10-6 is the bottom line for this team. What are you thinking?
Yeah.
And what are you going to do in the draft?
I think, the first person I had in mind was Quinnen Williams, and I've listened to a lot of, NFL players, guys on the NFL Network. Ian Williams was on 95.7 a game.
Yeah,
and he went into great detail of why the 49ers should draft Quinnen Williams. He said, you could put him at 3 technique, 4 technique. With Nick Bosa, you could put him on the edge, and that's it. And you could also, and if the 49ers were to, he made a great point. If the 49ers end up switching to a 3-4 one day, you could also put Quinnen Williams on the defensive end, whereas with Nick Bosa, you couldn't do that. So he made a really elaborate argument why Quinnen Williams should be the number 2 overall pick. And in addition to that, when you look at Nick Bosa, drafting a guy number 2 overall with injury concerns, it makes me kind of weary because, we haven't had the best luck. And if you draft a guy, he ends up getting hurt.
Man, be accurate about it. We've had the worst of luck. Worst. 17.
Exactly.
High double digits. Every year, nearly 20 dudes hitting the IR. Oh, my. 2 years in a row. Oh, God. Okay. Let me calm down. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
and it's like I really like John Lynch, and if you were to draft Nick Bosa, I think it's just too risky. In order because if he busts on Nick Bosa, man, that can cost him his job. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want that to happen. I think if they draft Quinnen Williams, which is a safer pick, and he ends up turning out to be a bust, I think they would still keep him around because they drafted a guy. Quinnen Williams is considered the highest on not only on next gen stats but PFF. They both have this guy as like the highest rated defensive tackle since since Aaron Donald. I mean, a lot of people are saying that he could be, the next Aaron Donald. You got to look at it this way: even if he would become half as productive as Aaron Donald, what Niner fan would stick their nose up?
We don't have anybody doing even that, right?
Exactly.
Can't get mad at Quinnen. We just got so many guys. Well, none of them. Maybe none of them are as good as Quinnen. So we tell most of them good night, I guess. Yeah. 2 or 3 of them anyway, and all of them wouldn't go make the team anyway. So
exactly. And one last point I want. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say one last point I want to make. That rule that they made to where you could review pass interference is really going to help the Niners out because look at how many times we were screwed over the last couple of years with bullshit offensive pass interference calls at the final drive of the game. I mean, what a coincidence, man. So that's really going to – I think that rule change right there adds at least one more win to the Niners record every year.
Could be. Wow.
I really do believe that.
Gosh.
But I just can't wait. This is in my opinion, this is the best 49ers offseason that I have ever bared witness to since they last won the Super Bowl, in my opinion, when you look at, who we got in free agency and the upcoming draft. And I think the 49ers want to move back because John Lynch even said, by getting Dee Ford, it gives us a lot of options. I mean, what option other than moving back would you need at the second spot overall when the first overall pick is projected to be obviously a quarterback, a position that you don't need? So he could only be referring to one thing, which is moving back. So I think that's his number one goal if he can get, the compensation that he wants.
Yeah. All right. My only question is, who is this trade back partner? Because I say each and every year you see people going up to the top. Usually for a quarterback, well, you don't, unless you're down around 15 or 20, I don't want to go down that far. Unless you're down around 15 or 20, like the Seahawks could be calling the 49ers, actually. Now that I'm making jokes about the Hawks, that's a team that's in real trouble right now as far as quarterbacks. They got Paxton Lynch, other than Russell Wilson. Now, you cannot go anywhere with Paxton Lynch. You're going to have to do something quick. Especially Russell Wilson pulls this right about now, which is perfect. And, the 49ers will deal with the Hawks. Because the Hawks, the reason we got Reuben Foster was because of the Hawks. I mean, but the Giants and the Raiders, well, I tell you what, I do not see them dealing with the 49ers. But a lot of people think they could make it happen. But anyway, after those two teams, who's left?
Yeah, there's really not much. Yeah, because I like the way you brought up the Seahawks situation because Russell Wilson, he's going to need all the money he can get after Sierra leaves him to get back with Future and takes half the bankroll with her.
Because of cruel and unusual punishment. He made me live in Seattle. I told him I don't want to live here. My career cannot go nowhere. And he just sat there and kept playing football. And you see the judge? Yeah. Isn't that his job? Yes. Okay. Right. Right. I'm going to see you later on this week, man, if you got some time, all right?
All right.
All right, man.
All right, sounds great.
Hey.
All right, take care.
Have a good night. Yeah, Russ Wilson deserves this. As many times he beat us up, well, I hope she just... You see, it's either you go to L.A. or New York, right? For Sierra, it's not about Russ anymore. It's about Sierra. Well, it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. I was like, Big Show always shows up on Monday Night Raw. I had a feeling he was in there somewhere. Big Show, come on in there, man. Let's fight. Is Show clapping? Show!
Wow. I cannot believe my ears, what I am hearing.
What?
I cannot see on Twitter what I am seeing.
Uh-oh.
And that is people realizing who Nick Bosa really is. That is people.
I should have known it was coming first.
That is people backtracking their savior. They propped him up to be the second coming of our Lord Savior Jesus Christ. When
hey, I never went that far. Gosh,
you guys all started seem like you went that far. You guys were popping him up to be the second coming of the savior of our defense, when in reality he's not. I tried to explain to you guys. I was laughed at. I was mocked. I was not taken seriously. People were judging my football knowledge over Nick Bosa, who everyone thought he was going to be the savior of our defense. And I even tried multiple times to warn you about Nick Bosa's character. I don't know if, Ronbo, if I need to reiterate my credentials here, though. I work in the behavior field. I can spot character flaws in people, just like you can, Ronbo. Nick Bosa is not going to be a San Francisco 49er. I am sorry to break you guys' heart.
I've gotten over it. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be.
And months and months and months. And everyone thought I was the craziest person in the world for not thinking it wasn't going to happen. And now that his character is coming into fruition, bye-bye.
So, listen, I tell you what, let me just slow your roll for a second. What I only hope is, pretty sure you're right, he's not coming to San Francisco, but I don't want to see him anywhere raising hell and doing a great job. This is going to bother me. No matter what else, I know his character may be questionable, but all I wanted was somebody to take care of my edge. You know what? Here's the thing. Richie Incognito.
And there's plenty of guys in this draft that do that.
Know,
I have been trying to
and hopefully, if whoever we get,
the longest time, and nobody listened to me because they were so fixated and stuck on a guy because of his last name only.
Whoever we get, just equal his production. Do not be outplayed by Nick Bosa. That's all I ask. If I look up in week 10 and Nick Bosa's got like 10 or 11 sacks and the guy we just picked up got 5 or 6, I would say, see, I knew it. I know I'm going to go through that. So, anyway.
You can't predict that, but.
I cannot. I'm just saying, I hope our guy does a good job, whoever he is.
You cannot sell me a pile of blanks and turn it into gold. I'm sorry, but and think it's gold. Tell me that it's gold. It's not. Okay. You can tell us all about his technique and how he used double
He
teaming
does. Now
guys
wait,
are getting
I'm not gonna
double
say anything
teamed,
about his
but
football though. He can play.
no, yeah, he can play, but there are better prospects out there than him. Okay, that's what I've been trying to tell everybody, to get off of this train, to look elsewhere. And nobody wanted to listen to me. Nobody.
Come on.
Nobody.
Nick Bosa's had people hating on him for the whole time show. You've had an entire contingent. Camps divided between Bosa
I was the clear and front runner
and Allen. Yeah, well, yeah, you were.
So.
It's been Bosa, Allen, and Williams, unbelievably. He's the third guy, actually. He ain't even in it as far as fan popularity goes, you know. If you count the numbers.
Popularity, as far as popularity goes, 90% of your callers and 90% of your chat room are all on the Nick Bosa train.
Really?
Even everybody on Twitter. Yes, Ronbo. Go back and look at your chat board from the beginning of the combine.
I see mostly every name, every now and then I see a Bosa, a supporter in there. But mostly it's been pretty much about Allen.
No, it was mainly Bosa in there. It was mainly Bosa. That's all you saw on Twitter. That is all you saw on your chat board, and that is all you heard from was all of your callers.
Consensus, right? Consensus number one by all the football experts.
And now everyone is backtracking what they believed in, and I've been the only one sticking to my guns. And look who comes out on top as usual.
Show.
You know, you may not think I'm the smartest football when it comes to
You're going to have to have a shoulder
but
transplant. You're patting yourself on the shoulder so hard.
Come on.
And you know what? You could be right. And Bosa could come in and get hurt right away, just like some of the concerns are about his ability to stay healthy. You know, all these things could be right. All I knew was, man, God, that dude could come off of that edge. So, you know, I just wanted him for that reason. Now, about all this other stuff that's going on, and unfortunately, you have to. It's not going away. So yeah, I doubt he comes to San Francisco. I really do. So who's going to be your choice then?
It's Quinn Williams.
Right. So you just like being in the minority.
Quinn Williams. I love being on my own island, Ronbo. I love being on my own island. I don't care. I love it. I don't really care if there's anybody on there or not. I really don't. I love being on my own island. I love being my own person.
So if everybody's sitting at dinner, everybody orders the filet mignon, you order the porterhouse.
Exactly. That's me.
Yeah. Hey. I ain't mad at you. You know what? It's okay. At the end of the day, the 49ers pretty much have this all figured out. I trust them, unlike a lot of people, to make the right choices. They made a mistake year before last.
And Ronbo,
you and I both agree on that.
Before I go, can we please say a prayer to the football gods tonight, and please pray for no more injuries, and please pray to look after everybody and make sure they're healthy during training camp and OTAs and stuff like that. And please,
I agree.
Football gods, no more injuries for our team. We cannot take this anymore. We have waited long enough.
2 years, double-digit IR list. High double-digit.
Oh, my God.
Approaching 20.
I can't.
And this is why, Joe, this is why, and listen, you can agree with this because I think you and I had an argument about this as well. You judged last year's team and the year before last by the merits of the team. You just pretty much classified the 49ers as a sucky team because of what they did. We're approaching 20 guys on the IR for 2 years in a row. You know what? If the 49ers don't do well this year, John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan should be on the block. Bring a coach in here. Bring any coach in here you want. You tell me how well he's going to do with 18 and 19 and 20 guys on the IR. Bring them in. I'm just saying, can we please see a team where at least 70% of the guys are healthy? And then talk to me about what the team needs. This is what I'm talking about.
I would be ecstatic if that were to happen. Yeah. I mean, and Ronbo, you brought up Tiger Woods earlier. There's also VJ Singh, who's also a golfer as well. Tiger's not the only one that's playing golf. There's VJ Singh. You need to look him up.
the guy from the Indian. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's from, I think, South Africa or something like that. I'm not sure.
Maybe, but Singh, that's an Indian surname.
Yeah.
But yeah, right.
Yeah.
And he did well too, as a matter of fact. You're right. Right. So VJ Singh.
Well, he didn't play the Masters this year, but I was just playing out. You were saying that Tiger Woods was the only guy that plays in golf of what you were talking about earlier. And
what was it? Was the only black guy playing golf?
Also another one. Yeah. BJ Singh is also another one. So
BJ.
He's a really good pro player.
There used to be a Latino. Lee Trevino used to be out there. Lee did very well. But see, you only get like
Sergio Garcia.
Sergio, yeah, that's 4. There you go.
Do you watch golf, Ronbo?
No, not necessarily. If I take a nap sometimes.
I started watching it when Tiger Woods started playing. I've been a huge fan of. I grew up with Tiger Woods, and he's my favorite all-time golfer. I played golf for 3 years in high school. And
were you very good?
I just loved it. Oh yeah, I love Tiger. He's one of my all-time favorite golfers. I was so overcome with emotions yesterday. I couldn't even contain myself. I was so happy for him. I mean, it was awesome. It took 11 years for him to win a major, and he finally came through and won one.
5,000. They counted the days down. I think it's over 5,000 days.
After all the stuff he's been through with his ex, and
some of it's his fault.
Like he went and smashed a golf club on his windshield on his Escalade, and because he cheated on her. But
remember, his wife beat him up. He's all scarred up.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop laughing at Tiger. I didn't know he was a freak. But, I mean, Tiger's just really kind of sick.
That's what money, power, and fame do to you. Turns you into a freak.
We got to go, show.
All right.
Tell you what, I look forward to it. Get back in here in a couple of days. Be right back.
All right. Yeah, for sure. All right. Shout out to the Nile Fan Club. All right. Y'all have a good night.
There you go. Thanks. Bye, show. Hey, there's David Landrum wants to give Show a big hand. He says, finally, Big Show is right about something. Hey, so I guess, this is the way it's going to be. Man. I tell you, man, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in draft. What's going to happen? I don't even want to speculate on that. What are they going to do? They're going to, man. Honestly, the 49ers are waiting, and Kyle already made clear they would love to trade now. They've always wanted to, whether Bosa was available and we didn't know about any tweets or not. So you got to wonder if they're going to get that phone call or not. Maybe not. I'm telling you right now, this Giants and Raiders thing ain't happening. Guarantee you it's not happening. There's no way. Hey, but Lewis, come on in, Luis.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Lewis.
Ronbo, how you doing?
Fam, I'm doing fine, man. I'm sitting there contemplating everything that's going
Ronbo.
on. Go ahead, huh?
Gotta be happy. Draft next week, man. The Niners back, training camp, everything started up. Jimmy's coming back healthy.
Yeah.
Gotta be excited.
Yeah. And Jerrick McKinnon's doing all right.
But
not going to make him do anything too soon.
Yeah, Jerrick McKinnon's doing all right.
Yeah, that was very important.
Exactly. You gotta, get him healthy, let him stretch that knee out. You know what I mean? Yeah. Get his conditioning back up. Yeah. But let's cut straight to the mustard, Ronbo. Let's talk what everybody talked about. Let's talk about Bosa.
All right.
So I'm gonna straight to it. As far as talent wise, he's got it. People were saying that, in the SEC he was disappearing and all this other stuff. That's just a complete lie. His sophomore year, he had 16 and a half tackles for loss. So we'll put that in there. Quinn Williams just had 19 and a half. So 3 more, not really a significant difference. Yep. In my opinion, as well as he's played for Alabama where the scheme is, they have some good talent players too. That helps, Williams get those one-on-ones to blow up plays. So if we're going to be real, Bosa is to me, he's a star. I don't know how we can move past it. The fact is the stats are there. To me, Bosa's ceiling is, I'm gonna give you a player's, combine stats real quick, and I'm gonna let you, and then I'm gonna tell you who it is, cause you're probably not gonna get it. I'm
probably not.
So this player ran a 4.79. Oh wait, no, that's kidding. That's Bosa's. This player ran a 4.8, right? He ran a 4.8 40-yard dash, and then he bench pressed 20 reps. He had vertical of 34.5 inches. He had a broad jump of 113 inches. He had a cone drill of 7.46 seconds, and he had a shuttle of 4.31 seconds. So with all those things that I just said, you probably like, who the heck is that? That player? No, that's not Bosa.
He ran pretty.
They have similar. Damn Simmons. So that player is actually DeMarcus Lawrence, believe it or not. And that boy just got paid.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot.
And if you were to compare, he got a lot. If you were to compare the statistics, Bosa ran a 0.01 second faster than DeMarcus. He put up 9 more bench press reps. He had literally the same vertical jump. He had 3 more inches on the broad jump. His 3-cone drill was 0.36 seconds faster, as well as his 20-yard shuttle was 0.2 seconds faster. So if you want to go off just those statistics right then and there, like DeMarcus got paid and he's averaging 14, and I think Bosa could be a DeMarcus Lawrence just based upon those intangibles right there.
Yeah, he's not going to suffer.
Well, I'm telling you, like I believe in Quinnen too, but the thing is this is why I don't really agree with getting Quinnen, because that means literally we're gonna give up on the first round draft pick, and you know how picks matter, especially the way we're doing it. Everybody's doing it. The system is now right is you get a QB, you get a great QB on a rookie contract, and you can build a team around him, right? Well, we can't do that. We paid Jimmy already, right? So at that point, we're gonna have to hit on every pick from this point on, right? So that means if we give up on Solomon Thomas, that means we lost the first round draft pick. I just want to let every 49er fan know that and let that sink in real fast. If we draft Quinnen Williams, we will lose out on that first round draft pick because there would be no point that Solomon Thomas will play. And everybody's forgetting about this kid that I think could be a star impact. I think he might start over Solomon Thomas. He's rehabbing from an ACL injury. We took him when he had an ACL injury. It's Contavious Street. Contavious Street. I feel like this kid can do something, and I have faith in him. So I'm just saying, for me, it wouldn't be a smart decision to draft Quinnen Williams. I feel like Bosa has shown in enough. People are talking about injuries, right? He had an ACL tear back in high school, hasn't dealt with that ever since. He had an abdominal strain, which he could have played through, but he decided I'm gonna focus on the draft and I'm gonna secure my bag first. Which I don't blame by money. Now, we get into this little Twitter debacle. I don't really agree with the Bosa's opinions, and like Trey or someone said earlier, like you can't just say stick to football. I completely agree with him. You can't just say, well, let's keep it on the field, but let his field talk for him instead of his Twitter. We have already seen his opinions, right? He's a Donald Trump supporter. He thinks Beyonce's not really talented, and he didn't like Black Panther. I didn't like Black Panther, but not because of the cast. I didn't like it because of the plot, but that's just me.
And that could have been him too. He didn't specifically say there was too many black people. He wouldn't see the movie.
Right. He wasn't saying that. But listen to this though, real quick. We don't know what John Lynch could be an avid Trump supporter. He's just not out there with it, right?
Right.
But just because Bosa was out there with it, why should he be? Why should he be shamed for his political view? I don't agree with him liking Trump. I don't think Trump has got some screws loose himself. But I just feel like the fact is, like, you can't label someone a racist if you don't even know him. And this goes to another big point. Josh Allen, not Josh Allen from Kentucky, but Josh Allen from Wyoming. Well, when they looked at his Twitter search, he completely went for race. He said, if it ain't white, it ain't right.
Oh, I know. And he got around that somehow.
And if he right. And he's a Bills quarterback, starting quarterback, and they believe in him. And there's multiple African American athletes on that team, and they still rallied around him. So I'm not saying that we should do too, but I do feel like I think it was a cowardly move that he kind of deleted it. But I also look at it on the other side, like, hey, he was trying to benefit. He was trying to please us. Like, hey, let me delete this because I don't want no trouble with if I go to San Francisco. I don't want no trouble with that fan base. I want I want them to like me. I want them to accept me, and I want to be part of the 49ers organization. I think that's what his biggest take was. Wasn't trying to hide it, but was instead trying to be like, well, if someone sees it, I don't want to be, I don't want to argue with people on it. I just want to play football for that organization, and I want the fans to like me as, like me as a football player and get to like me as a person. You know what I mean?
And he said that. He said, if you're a top 10 player and Frisco wants you, I did get mad when he said Frisco. He says, if you're a top 10 player and Frisco wants you, who wouldn't delete the tweets? And, he knows he did bad. A lot of, what's his name? Allen in Buffalo, he didn't think he was doing bad. I don't think. There's something about Bosa I can see.
He just said, I'm sorry, I was a kid. Like,
yeah.
But again, like you said, though, you alluded to earlier, right? You didn't say he didn't strictly say, because African Americans this, African Americans that. That dude Allen literally said, "If it ain't white, it ain't right." Like that's literally.
That's
I think
racist.
That's way more significant than whatever the hell Bosa said. Because Bosa was opinionated. This dude strictly went for race. You know what I mean? And he's a starting quarterback for the Bills.
Yeah.
So, I mean, whoever they get though, I'm happy. I'm happy. Like I forgot T-Word or whoever said something earlier about this being the best offseason. I'm completely agree. We actually spent a lot of money. We spent some cap. We got a defender. It's exciting. We trade for Dee Ford. I'm excited too. So. Whoever they went, but as far as a business huge moves, absolutely. It couldn't be agreed more. And I'm forgetting all these names, man. There's so many callers. But Trey, like you said, thank you for bringing us all the community together as 49er fans to be able to, give us a platform to talk and view our opinions. I really do appreciate that too, Ronbo. I've been listening for over a couple years now, so that's awesome. But yeah, like I said, whoever we draft, more happy too. But as far as a business standpoint, it's kind of like the same thing with the Cardinals. We're going to be regressing like they will be by drafting Kyler Murray, which we want them to do. But in the long haul, that's saying, well, Thomas is a bust and we're going to give up on him. Like that means we significantly lost a first-round draft pick. And I just need to let everybody know that let that sink in, that we took a loss on that.
You make a good point, but I tell you, just like you mentioned Kentavious Street, there's not enough snaps for all. We got an army on the inside now.
That's got DJ Jones. That's what I'm saying. Name another freaking side pass, a defensive end that we can send. Cassius Marsh, he ain't even on the team anymore, Rombo.
I know.
Name somebody else. Internally, we're fine. I feel like internally we're fine. We don't need any more names.
Not on the inside?
On the edge?
Yes.
Right, not in the inside. On the edge is where we need. And we got a guy that's in the edge that's about to get paid in Defo. And I met Defo because, we're both Polynesian and stuff.
Right.
And
he's
also
from
look
Hawaii.
at
Eric Armstead. He's picked up his. He's gonna get $9 million to sit down.
Like, I'm telling you, Rombo, I couldn't agree more. That does not make any sense for us to have all these interior linemen and you can't even rotate them all at once.
I know.
Like, who besides ask any 49er fan after me. Name another defensive end we can actually send at the quarterback that would be decent. Name. Because Dee Ford is the only name that pops up.
Yeah.
We ain't got Cassius Marsh. I mean, I don't know who else is out there.
Buckner's going to help, but he's going to be from the inside. We don't have anybody else. And Armstead,
but that's inside, though. That's inside.
I know, and Armstead's not an edge rusher. So, it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Too.
So,
yeah.
Lewis, we got to pull up here, man. Good stuff, man. Appreciate you. That was really solid.
Awesome. Thank you, Rombo.
All right.
But you have a great day, Rombo. Go Niners. And
you too, fam.
I'll see you later. All right.
Thanks. Night, Lewis. Yeah. Right. Well, Lewis is right, man. We got a lot to think about between now and then. I'm just saying, because I don't have any capability to really hate. So don't be mad at me if I'm forgiven. All right? It's not about I appreciate Bosa saying what he was saying. I'm just saying I'm trying. There's if I see dude running around with don't get me wrong, I'm not a Klansman. I will not forgive. But at the same time, I don't appreciate gangsters out there shooting people up either. And some of them are the same color as me. You know what I'm saying? So it's a world where we got to make judgments and decisions, but I still. Anyway, hey, 007!
Yo, what's up?
Oh, fam, hey, sit back here and listen to what's going on as we get ready to start the season. What about the season's already started, 007? What are your opinions, man? Because you got the draft right there. You got Jerrick McKinnon and Jimmy G. They said they're going to be okay. You got Can We Not Fail This Year, Please? You got the sports medicine people in there working on our guys. All sides are a go, 007. What are you thinking?
Yeah, well, I'm listening to last couple callers talking about, everyone's talking about Bosa, and I just think to myself, a lot of people say he's overhyped and he's this, he's that. But, I look at the tape, and the tape tells me he's pretty good, which is the biggest thing. And I think if you wind the clocks back 2 months ago, and if people were saying, like, hey, you're going to get Nick Bosa, the Cardinals aren't going to draft him, everyone would have lost their mind and said, oh, my God, we got so lucky. When I think about, how people are trying to, kind of make his draft stock go down, like some of the people in the media. The same thing happened to was that guy who went to Cleveland, Myles Garrett. The same thing happened to Myles Garrett like a month before the draft. He's like, he's into comic books. I don't know if football is the biggest thing in this kid's life because he has so.
He wants to go to Dallas. Look at that video. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's the same thing that's going on right now with Nick Bosa, and people are saying, you know, it's just, I don't know, it's just weird to me. But besides that, I think if Kyler Murray goes number 1, the thing with this draft is that there is a lot of pressure on John Lynch to get this draft right.
Yeah.
Because man, the last couple drafts have not been.
Double was last year's draft. Would you consider that bad? I mean, the first year draft, because the first round picks, one is a disaster and the other one's trying to find its way in the NFL. But last year was last year what you really call a failure?
Okay, well, our first round pick last year. Let's see, who did we pick first last year?
McGlinchey.
Oh, that's A+. And I remember when that pick was made, I was talking to my friend. I think we might go offensive lineman here, just because I know we don't like Trent Brown.
And he just got on the plane the night before. I didn't see that one coming. I thought Brown was still with us up until the draft. He's on the plane.
Yeah, no, I remember. I said, when we traded him. So, but last year's draft, I like that. McGlinchey was awesome. Dante Pettis, great pick right there. That was the pick that was awesome. That Kyle Shanahan identified and was like, all right, this guy's going to be good. The only thing with him is his injury, so we have to watch on that. Then Fred
he's
Warner.
Not strong enough as he should. I don't know. Somebody should have told Dante, you're a little thin. For the NFL, I suggest you put on some size. Well, he got in, he got beat up. I understand he reported a few days ago he's picked up 8 pounds. So he knows. Get some meat on them bones. Man.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. But last year's draft was pretty good as far as
Fred
the
Warner,
first 3 picks.
As you were getting ready to mention.
But the thing is though, is with it's not just the draft.
07? As I was getting ready to tell 007, you look at Contavious Street, and we may have something there really solid. And then you look at Marcel Harris, who came in last year. And is there anybody that doubts Marcel Harris can't play? It's interesting last year's draft. Richie's got a lot of competition ahead of him, but let's see what he does. Who else did we pick up last year? Who else did I leave out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who else besides Richie? I'll go back and look at that draft. Give me the chat room. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 5. We traded up. Did we lose a round? Yeah. Because Richie was like toward the end, right? He said Richie was like round 6 or 7. Anyway, I thought last year's draft was damn good, actually. 3 picks for sure worked out. This is why I don't know about turning the fire up under John Lynch as far as this year's draft pick and being under all that pressure. John Lynch did a good job last year. If Contavious Street comes in and kicks ass, you got to give John a round of applause. Him and the scouting team. They did a great job. Because Marcel Harris, Kowalski T's going to have a problem with him. But we'll see. Anyway, we got people falling off that I'm not sure if it's us or on your end or whatever's going on, but people are falling off the phone. But anyway, I'm just figuring the 49ers, I think they know what they're doing now. Remember the first year when the 49ers came in, they came in late. They had to assemble the guys, get together, and come up with a draft probably within days. So it was kind of tough. Hey, Tyler! Yeah.
Ronbo.
Tad, what's going on, man? Moving in there.
Why are people saying that Bosa has character problems?
Well,
he didn't do anything wrong.
Oh no, I know, but when you say things and you're going to be a public figure, people are going to look at the things you say and they're going to determine from that your character, and then they're going to determine not whether they like you or not. So that's pretty much what Bosa's up against right now.
He didn't even really say anything wrong. People are just reading into things way too deeply.
Well, as I say, it's going to be personal opinion. If you think he said something wrong, you're going to think he said something wrong. If he didn't think he didn't do anything wrong, then of course you're going to say otherwise. I'm trying not to. I'm staying away from Bosa's. I'm not even saying anything about it. I don't know what to think. Really, I don't have an opinion on it.
Here's the thing. people will call you racist and things like that for supporting the president of the United States, and that's just flat out ridiculous. You know, like don't name call just because you support a certain person. Like he's just going along with what he supports. Now, he's not doing anything wrong. Now, you can disagree with someone politically, but don't let that be the reason you take him off your draft board. That's ridiculous. That's honestly pointless. Like, he didn't even do anything wrong. It's not like he said anything vulgar or disrespectful. And, like, people were saying, I read a stupid article that said he hated Colin Kaepernick. You don't hate Colin Kaepernick. You can disagree with somebody and still love him. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, you know, it's if you're a public figure, I mean, you and I can say what we want to about anybody, and it's probably going to be okay. But you're going to come under scrutiny the minute you become larger than most.
Yeah.
And he
and
is,
then,
right?
like, yeah, here's the problem. If anybody in the NFL or any famous person says anything about politics or anything of that nature, the other side is going to
shut down.
The other side is going to attack them. It doesn't matter what side you're on. The other side is going to attack you based on your beliefs. And your beliefs may be right, they may be wrong. Even if they're not, you should be able to disagree with somebody and not be bashful and hateful towards them.
Well, see, that's it, Tyler.
You shouldn't take them off your draft board for
Right
that.
or wrong has nothing to do with it. It's going to be you versus the next person. If you say things that other people don't agree with, then you're going to get, as I say, if you're going to be Nick Bosa, the number one consensus pick in the draft, you probably maybe should keep things to yourself. If for no other reason but your own good. And it's too late now. 2 years ago, I don't know what Nick was thinking. What was he, like 18, 19 or something like that? I don't know what he was thinking. But it now comes back to haunt him. Do you know how many people in history, entertainers, have gotten themselves into trouble because of things they did when they were kids? Things that they may have changed from completely, you know? It still comes back to haunt you because social media, nothing goes away. So if you felt that way at that time and you don't feel that way now, nobody cares. You said it once and that's it. That's who you are, and we don't like you, you know? So
yeah, I mean, he really didn't even say anything wrong. He's just supporting the president. Now, I mean, he supports this country. He's supporting the betterment of this country.
Well,
but
Tyler, you know what? Let's not go in that direction because then you start to take and build a case for everything. But what I'm saying is this: you got to be careful as far as oppositions go, because for everything that everybody believes in, there's always an opposition, right? So what you should do is stay neutral or just don't do that if your future is of something you need to be careful with, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to be worried about all that because Josh Allen had tweets that came out last year. He's like, look, that's not who I am. This is a much different situation because that's probably Bosa's opinion still. But Josh Allen's tweets that came out were kind of vulgar and stuff. People didn't like it. And Josh Allen's like, look, he's like, I'm not like that. He's like, I was a dumb kid. I said some stupid things on Twitter. Yeah. And then nobody really cared, and the Bills still picked him 7th overall. So it's not going to be that big a deal.
That was interesting, yeah. And
so I really don't think it'll be a big deal at all.
Well, I don't know.
The 49ers are going to pick who they're going to pick. It's not going to affect their draft.
Yeah.
That could take him off the board for voicing his opinion. That's nonsense.
Maybe not. And maybe, you know what, for the reason you just mentioned, though, if Josh Allen can come right out and admit to being a racist at any one point in his time and still start for the Buffalo Bills, that either says something about the Buffalo Bills or that either says something about the NFL. There are different layers here that could be opened up, you know?
He came out and said, look, I said something stupid when I was a teenager. I didn't mean it. I'm not like that. And his teammates know that. The organization knows that. Yeah. I like Josh Allen. I think he may have a bright future ahead of him. I'm rooting for him. I don't think he's racist. I think he just said something stupid when he was 15 or 16 or whatever he was. He didn't mean it. The organization knows that. Team knows that. It's all going to be fine. Mm-hmm. He didn't. Like, people say dumb things they don't mean all the time. Yeah. And all you can do is apologize for it. You can't take it back. But all you can do is apologize for it.
You know, Tyler, what I can't understand, though, is why, if you know you're an up-and-coming star, why, you know what PC versus un-PC is, you got to be careful with what you say and do. Every kid now should take from both Josh Allen last year, Nick Bosa now and countless other people that have got something going on, don't put your personal opinions on if they're going to be inflammatory. What is?
Yeah,
how much sense does it take to sit there and man?
Allen's situation was much different though, because he said something that was literally attacking a certain group of people. But what Bosa's doing, he's just voicing his opinion. Now, I really don't think he did anything wrong. I believe some similar things to Bosa. So obviously, I'm gonna be a little biased
I had a
here.
feeling,
But honestly, like, he's just voicing his opinion. People are just gonna attack him because they disagree. He didn't do anything wrong. People just disagree with him, and they need to quit acting like he did something wrong just because they disagree with his opinion. You know, so
well, that's public opinion wins all the time, Tyler. You remember that too. Be careful, Tyler.
Yeah,
if you got
Josh Allen.
Yeah, Anyway,
Josh Allen just got to be careful.
Well, he was
too
like
late
16.
for Josh.
Josh already in the league now. Probably doesn't care. Tyler,
he apologized for it.
Well, yeah, he did.
He apologized.
He did.
He said he's not like that. He said something stupid. So everybody says things that are stupid. So he's not like. I don't think he's like that. But
and even if it was, he's not that now. It seems he's getting along well with his teammates. Anyway, Tyler, let's see you. I'll be back a couple of days, another day and a half or so. All right.
Yep, guys got back in the building. Good to see.
Yeah. All right, Tyler. Appreciate you, fam. See you later. Huh?
Thanks for giving me the code.
Always.
Just in time. All right. Nutter and punter for life. Forever faithful. Big show. Quit acting like you know what's going to happen. You don't.
I like that part. Good night, Tyler. Are we waiting for the pipe bomb? No, I guess it's not coming. Okay. Anyway, fam, as I say, I'm always going to be that guy that's trying to keep the peace, so don't mind me. I just don't want to see any more problems. We'll see what happens next. It doesn't look good, though, does it? Honestly. Hey, fam, please hit that like, though. Let's get back together. I'll be back a couple of days, most likely, all right? And between now and then, spread the peace, fam. I'm looking for you as soon as possible.